just... Tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 8,000 likes. Let's get the shares up as well. Send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It's only one coin, and it will help boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Do all the wonderful things, right? Oh, let me reset this. We're going to keep resetting this daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals. Not this. Holy smoke. Sorry. 1 second. Let me fix that. We're going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to the little 1-cent gift goals. If we can knock this out a couple of times, it will help push us out to the FYP and get more people in here for some debates. I'm going to do the little pink heart puffs. There we go. All right. And we are live on the tube. Looking good. How's everyone doing? Is everyone having a good Friday? Is everyone excited? You did not, Raven. You did not. We're actually getting ready to crank it up right now. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Again, tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 8,000 likes. Send your daily heart me. It's only one coin, and we will get it going. Let's crank it up now.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in shame. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey.
Step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source. Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call. You slip once, I'm snatching it all. Yeah. Step in if you dare. You dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. Yeah.
One wrong move,
get cooked real quick.
Hey. No cap, no
shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Yeah.
Step in, don't you wanna sparring with Santana. Step in if you dare. You hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Step in, don't you wanna
sparring with Santana. Yeah, this ain't a safe place.
It is not.
This is flame space.
It is.
Don't you wanna sparring with Santana?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's exam. What's going on, everybody? It is a Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're someone that supports Donald Timothy Trump, get in the box. We are only looking for some debates, guys. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. With that being said, I got to find out, MAGA, where's the line? Where's the line? Because I kind of feel like there is no line with you guys anymore. I feel like anything and everything goes. I think that you guys have absolutely surrendered not only your political party, your political beliefs, but you have surrendered the country. You've surrendered the country, and I need to understand why. I don't get why you guys have done that, right? And when I say that in the sense that you guys are willing to accept medical misinformation. You guys are willing to accept political attacks, foreign fumbles, a constitutional crisis. Hell, it's all fair game. Now, I will say this. MAGA, if you're just willing to admit that Kamala was right, I'm willing to give you a fresh slate. I'm willing to actually give you the opportunity to admit that Kamala was right. And if you do so, we can call it square and you can get back on track on the right side of history. We can do it together. We can do it together. You don't really understand. Kamala was a liar and a horrible person. Sure, I hear you. Hey, user bunch or whatever. I don't really care what you have to say from the comments, right? Listen, MAGA, something that you need to know about me, right? Things may look a little bit different, right? Because this is my backup. This is my backup. Tylenol, they said don't recommend these. Oh, okay. Texas, whatever. Sure. Again, you getting a request as well, because again, things may look a little bit different because this is my backup. This is my backup. But the thing is, MAGA, you don't get to chit chat in my chat. You literally get the floor. You literally get the floor. So you don't actually get to run your mouth from the comments. You will be yapping from outside of the club. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get people in here and we're going to get it started. Again, only requests up if you're a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. If you are not a Trump supporter, please do not request up. And if you are a Trump supporter and you're running your mouth in the chat, not in the request, then my mods will mute you. Ken, are you a Trump supporter?
What's up?
Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Ken, we're going to get into it. I have questions and I'm just trying to figure it out. But before I go too far, quick question. Do you know who I am?
No.
Okay, that's fair. Ken, before we go too far, would you mind if I give you just a quick introduction to who I am and what this is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Perfect. One moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. We're only looking for some debates. If you are not a Trump supporter, please do not request up. We're not talking to friendlies. That's late nights. This is Sparring. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Also, I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals. It'll help push us out to the FYP. Last but not least, if you would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link here in the bio. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. Ken, where's the line? Why is MAGA so willing to accept any and everything from Trump? I've never seen that before.
Yeah, well, that's exactly why I wanted to come up. I've had this conversation several times. I began the conversation about 3 years ago with a philosophy professor from Berkeley and a panel of about 3 of his students, and they were all they were openly Marxist, pushing that worldview, and so I was interested in it. I didn't know much about it, so I began to conversate with those guys, and they said, go read this, Marcuse, go read some of Hegel, go read some about the Frankfurt School, about Marx, and so I did, and I learned a little bit about that worldview, and I said, okay, yeah, I mean, I understand the appeal if you were looking at this, supposedly virtuous motivation behind this. I get it. That would be Christ and his church. But what happened was, and I think this was a brilliant move on Trump's part, and I don't even know if it was a move on Trump's part. I just think it was sort of nascent in the movement on the left. It tends to attract a certain type of person. And what happened was Trump just ran with that. He said, look, the best instance of it was the they them, she's for they them. And what happened was the face of the left became, the blue-haired professional victim, virtue signaling, social justice warrior. And so folks like me that weren't even politically interested before saw that, and then they just ran with the ball with, mutilating perfectly healthy children, for the sake of some.
That's not true,
bizarre
but
ideology.
keep going.
Well,
I don't want to hop in, but
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I'm
I got to call that out, but keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna land the plane. From my perspective, this is what got me to vote for Trump and got me to vote. Period. I'll be honest with you. I never was interested in politics before, but what happened was, that is now what folks like me on the right, we associate everything on the left with that group of people, and honestly, I think the Charlie Kirk thing and pretty much every day it's just bolstered by more and more bizarre behavior from people that we just look at and we're just honestly stumped by. We don't get it. So at this point, I'll just land the plane right here. At this point, and I said this to the professor, and I said, listen, I don't think you get the mindset like mine. If I'm offered two choices, and that's all we're offered. We're offered one on the left and one on the right. And if the choice on the left appears to me to be this bizarro world of communism and fairy tale land where men can be women, I'll take anything the right offers, because that over there is unacceptable.
Okay. All right. Well, you said a lot, a whole mouthful. But the thing that I got from everything that you said is that you've been propagandized. Literally, you basically told me that the right has weaponized you against the left and preyed on your ignorance, and ignorance isn't a bad thing. That just means that you don't know. Preyed on your ignorance and played on your insecurities or weaknesses and said that these people over on the left are your enemies because they do this and they do that. And so you have now actually stepped full blown into saying, well, the radical left is the blue hair leftist. And I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you. You mind if I?
Fuck you too. Yeah.
I didn't interrupt. You mind if I finish what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just summing it up for you. It's a summary.
Okay.
There you go.
Sure. Anyway, like I was saying, the point is that you have now been propagandized to the point where you somehow believe that the left represents something that it doesn't actually represent, all the while completely ignoring what the right has done to not only harm you and other Americans, but literally is collapsing the country.
You people are so fucking stupid you can't see your nose on your own face.
Yeah, Ken, so hold on, let me slow you down for half a second, Ken.
You're an arrogant and ignorant person. And
sure. I sat there and let you go. Hold on.
You truly believe
why are you crashing out? Dude, we just got started. I let you go on that whole monologue and you can't stop talking for 2 seconds. What's happening?
Go ahead, bro.
Like seriously, hold on for just a second. I don't want to, yell over each other. I don't want to even talk over each other. I genuinely want to. No, I know. Just listen for a second. Just listen for a second. Please stop. Please stop unmuting yourself. I'm saying please. All right, just listen for a second. I don't want to talk over you. I don't want this to be contentious. Will you please stay on mute? I'm muted. That's me muting you. Perfect.
I'm listening.
I don't want this to be contentious. I'm literally trying to have a conversation with you. I let you speak for a very long time, not interrupting you, and you got to actually say what you have to say. Now, again, if you don't really have an interest in like going back and forth as far as a genuine conversation, then you can go. But I don't want to get into a situation where we're, talking over each other, yelling or anything like that. Can we agree?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Okay, perfect. So my point is the things that the right has done that are harmful, it seems like you're willing to ignore that because you have been told that the left is this, that, or the third, all the while the country is in peril in multiple ways. So question for you, you said you're doing good, Ken.
You're doing great.
What has Donald Trump actually done that benefits all? Well, first I want to know about you because of course you're an individual, but then can you tell me what Donald Trump has done? What bill or policy or legislation has he passed that has overwhelmingly benefited everyday Americans?
Well, here's the thing. You get, and this is what I went into in depth with this professor. The way I see it is that there is no everyday American anymore. We're so divided along ideological lines. There's no way to appease both worldviews. your worldview and my worldview are diametrically opposed. They're incompatible. And so we're at the point now where I don't even seek. It doesn't matter to me if you don't like what he's doing. I take that as a point of positivity. If the left doesn't like what he's doing, I just automatically assume it's good. That's how divided I've become. And here's the bizarre thing. You're talking to a guy that was a musician, played. I was as liberal as you could get. But then we started having people say it's hate speech if you don't call me by my preferred pronoun. And those types of things to me were just like so bizarre and outside of the realm of common sense and reality that I said, well, at this point, I guess I'm going to have to pick a side. I don't want to, but you know, I have a business, I have a family, I have a bunch of land, and I don't want to be a communist. I just don't. And it looks to me like this is communism, as stated by Marx, is a cashless, stateless society in which the people own the means of production. And I don't want the people to own my company. I want to own my company. And so, and I want to own my land. I want to pass that on to my children, so on and so forth. I read Marx. And so the way that what I came away with was, we're not there yet, but it looks to me like, and this is repeated over and over in history, one side is going down the road of communism, one side is going down the road of fascism.
And
basically,
you would rather, quote unquote, have the
I
fascists.
would rather live in a fascist country than a communist country.
That's wild. That's a wild statement. But I do have a genuine question. I do have a genuine question. And for the chat that is upset that I'm not addressing his transphobia, please allow me to run the Ken. I'm not talking to you at the moment. Please stop.
I'm sorry, I'll mute.
Please stop. For the chat that's worried that I'm not going to address his transphobia, yes, I will. I'm literally trying to build the conversation. So just hold tight. I got it. You guys got to let me actually cook. Perfect. Now, the point that you're trying to make as far as you think that the left is going towards the way of communism, that's not true. Can you tell me anything that has actually any type of policy or any type of position that the left has run on or institute that would lend itself to communism?
Well, yeah, and I would say that we have the same problem on the right in some instances, and ultimately they're the same. They're going to be governmental control, and I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that both they sell something different, but they deliver the same product, which is governmental control. The difference
Not communism, though.
Yeah, well, well, in every instance where communism has been tried, you have state authority, and that's what you would end up. And I even made this. I even made this offer to the professor out there, Berkeley. I said, listen, I will join your communist party if you assure me that, you know, a position of where I'm the guy that gets to decide where all the steak goes, where all the swimming pools go, you know, as long as I'm way up in the admin. And he was like, well, you know, you're probably not going to be a member of the intelligentsia because, you know, you're not one of us. And of course, right, I would be a ditch digger or, you know, picking vegetables or something.
But that's
where now we're now under the capitalist system.
But wait, that's not how communism works.
How I want. So
that's literally not how communism works. You're not assigned a job. No, it's not.
Sure it is.
You're literally not assigned a job. And then even more than that, when with the communist society, the need for any type of governmental system is dictated by the needs of the people. And so when that need of the people is not in place,
let me be the guy in charge.
When the need of the people is not in place, then when the need of the people is not in place, it's not something that occurs. But again, I feel like you're going through this whole different idea, which is based off of what you said.
And I'm in no wise interested in your leftist bullshit. That's what you.
I feel like you're going off this idea based off a conversation that you had with the professor, and you're not really engaging as far as what's happening in the country today.
You're full of shit, and I don't buy it. That's the difference. That's the difference between me and others. That
you know what's funny about this whole conversation, Ken? You have the you know what? I'm just gonna do this. You have the emotional regulation of a toddler. This is weird. You don't know how to actually engage in a conversation, and this is the problem with Trump supporters. You guys literally don't know how to actually engage. And for you to sit here and say, oh, It doesn't matter what the left says. If they say it, if they say that Trump is doing something bad, I automatically say it's good. That's a cult mindset. For you to sit here and say that the country is heading towards a communist society without actually giving any type of substantial proof or any type of policy that is being proposed or instituted, it's just a false equivocation. I mean, we can directly speak to the fascistic things that Donald Trump is doing, including his consolidation of power, including targeting his political opponents, including the way he's targeting the media. But you can't tell me anything directly that the Republican Party is doing. And that's why you won't actually engage in a conversation. That's it. That's literally it. And yeah, guys, we know that he was a transphobe. Like, we understood what he was about. Insignificant and weak men tend to lean into those insecurities. And for them to actually say, the reason why I wasn't actually engaging in him saying they, them, or anything like that, they're literally looking for something that they can, you know, somehow fearmonger about. And you can't fearmonger about less than 1% of the population who is constantly being targeted in multiple ways. That's it. So you guys can pretend as if transgender people are out to do something or they're the boogeymans or whatever, but it's not the case. Now, if you really want to talk about the problem, let's talk about white men. If you want to talk about mass unalivings that occur in our country, let's talk about white men. If you want to talk about PDF files, let's talk about white men. If you want to talk about DV, let's talk about white men. But you don't want to have that conversation because it's easier to blame less than 1% of the population, where most of you people have never even met a transgender person in your life, than to actually take accountability for the things that you're doing. That's a you problem. Anywho, W's in the chat for Tamira. Tamira sent a $10 $10 donation to say from Erica. Your hijacking Erica's live yesterday was hilarious. A slice of pizza on me. I recommend Sourdough Willie's on Kingston and Washington. I don't know where that is, but I might. Where's Kingston? I don't even know where that is. I might go check that out for sure, though. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. Also, Debbie's in the chat for Laney, who sent a $4.99 super chat to say, "Good morning, Santana. I'm very excited to see you're live. I'm so bored. Listen, I'm here. We're live. We're locked in together. Guys, this is the backup account. This is the backup account. So make sure you hit that follow button right there. If you look up, if you see the word follow, hit that follow button. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. We are only looking to talk to Trump supporters. And again, guys, listen, I'm not trying to yell over you. I'm not even trying to mute you. I don't want to play the mute game. I don't want to yell. I genuinely want to engage in a conversation and a debate. And I'm not interested in someone who doesn't have emotional regulation. So if you are someone that's a Trump supporter and you have the ability to actually hold a conversation, get in the box. The floor will be yours. The floor will absolutely be yours. Is it Ducifer?
Yeah. How you doing, kid?
I'm good, Ducifer. How are you?
I'm not bad.
Wonderful,
Okay.
wonderful. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay. Ducifer, question for you. Where's the line?
Well, a little bit. Okay. The line is in. That's a really good question. That's a good question. How about I would say that the line's been drawn when it comes to women.
How so?
And children.
How so?
Well, I think that that previous guest made a pretty valid point, and you make the same point. Is there's a lot of people in this country that don't pay attention. They're not going to spend time reading facts and doing research. Politics is like, it's a dirty business. It's the voting for one of the lesser of the two evils. And they do deliver basically.
Would you mind if I pause you just for half a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm always super fascinated when people use that terminology, voting for one of the lesser two evils. Can you tell me specifically with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, right, this past presidential election, what were the evils of Kamala Harris and then what were the evils of Donald Trump, in your opinion?
Okay. The crowd that you would see at the Kamala Harris rallies,
Kamala.
or I'm sorry. Yeah.
You
Okay.
can also say Harris. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even like to talk about her because because it creates problems.
Mhm.
But that's it. The people that you see supporting her.
Okay. Okay. So you think the evil that comes from or that came from Kamala Harris was the people that support her. Okay. All right. That's fair. What was the evil from Donald Trump?
His crowds had other similarities.
So for both of you, for both candidates, the evils were the crowds.
Well, the people that followed those people is who I looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much what the individual that was up there.
Okay.
It's
So
because
let's talk about the individual then, because I mean we can listen. I'm not gonna say that you're wrong when you talk about crowd. I don't even want to debate that because I don't want to just say, oh, everyone that supported Donald Trump is this, or everyone that supported Kamala Harris is that. I think there's nuances. I think there's certain things that you can kind of categorize, but I want to talk about specifically the candidates because, again, this is a general statement that people throw around and they pretend as if like this person is just as bad as that person. So there's no real difference. So I'm really looking for what were the evils of Kamala Harris specifically versus the evils of Donald Trump specifically.
well, I think just by what you said is the fact that that's the guilt by association fallacy, saying just because a person supports a person that has done something that all people are like him. So, okay, you're talking about a subject, okay, that again has so many nuances, and I can understand with that in with what's happening with what's been happening with the demographics of the country changing, the different wealth shifts, the different motivations of why people come here. I think that it has the whole original philosophy, not of our country. What would you agree that the country was founded on, and the main principle of what the United States stands for?
Racism, sexism, and classism, but that's not the question. I'm still trying to figure out the actual evil because
You're never that's not a
well,
question that has an answer.
It is. So I'll give you my answer and you tell me what you think. So the most things that I've heard from people about Kamala Harris is that one, they didn't think that she answered questions. Two, they didn't like the way that she laughed. Three, they said that she didn't interview enough. And four, for some reason, they thought that she had past transgressions when it came to her sex life. Those were the bads, right? Those were the most horrible thing. You also have those people say, oh, she was the border czar and blah, 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 right? Those are the things. Now, specifically, when you talk about Donald Trump, the evils that tend to come up are his 34 felonies, his adjudicated rapist case, the fact that he has 26 credible claims of essaying people, and even his ex-wife in the divorce filings admitted that he raped her and pulled her hair out. You also talk about his perving on young kids and speaking specifically about how he can grab women by the P word. He's mocked people with disabilities openly. He has been an open racist, even litigated as far as being a racist back in the 70s. He has openly called women dogs and pigs. He has been a classist, someone who advocated for being a union buster. He's had a long list of things, and then most recently, the whole fascistic view that he has, whether it's him talking about that he wants to dismantle the Constitution. He specifically said that he wanted to target his political enemies. Like all of these things are what people deem to be evil with Donald Trump. So I'm just trying to understand, at least from the things that I just laid out, unless you have more on Kamala, how do those things equate?
That's a really long question. Again,
It's
okay.
detailed.
Yeah. You're talking about a subjective topic, and you're asking me like to give you an objective answer.
You can give
Because
me
you're
objective,
talking,
subjective. You can give me,
our
give me
politics
something.
are okay. Or it's like this. Okay, I have feelings, right? You have feelings. Okay, all of our feelings are all something that we all keep inside ourselves. And
Fifis in your tum tum.
what's that?
Fifis in your tum tum. You're talking about the fifis in your tum tum. Feelings in your tummy.
Okay.
Fifis in your tum tum.
Okay, exactly. So when someone comes to me, okay, and I'll just talk for myself, okay. I listen to everybody, but I'm usually the quietest guy. It's because I'm open to everything, okay. But when I was a kid, can I ask you a question?
I mean, you can, but I would love for you to finish your answer, and then you can give me the question.
Okay, it's like back when we were living with our brother and our sister, and our grandparents were around. We'd have Christmas and holidays and go to school. Not so much church. I knew about church, but I didn't go to it so much. Okay, and we all developed our like our value system and stuff. Okay, so a lot of people don't feel comfortable with people trying to convince them to believe things or look at things through their own eyes. Okay, they would in order to get them to move away from what their foundation was built on. Okay, everybody's morality comes after you develop a sense of right or wrong. Okay, speaking about people ill during an election on anybody's party, all it does is creates division. And it instead of leaving the feelings out and dealing with things about facts. But again, it all goes back to people don't care. What percentage of people vote?
Lucifer, not a large amount. More people. I know there was 10 to 20 million people that didn't vote in this past election. But Lucifer, you said a lot and said nothing. Like, I'm not even going to hold you. You didn't answer the question.
Is it an objective question?
No, it's a
exactly
question.
So
it's very direct. Can you tell me what you deem to be evil? If you're saying by your moral system, okay, fine. Let's not use your morality. Let's use the facts. The facts are that Donald Trump is a 34 count felon, an adjudicated rapist, someone who has credible essay accounts and who is openly raped his ex-wife and pulled out her hair, again, documented. Someone who has 6 bankruptcies, someone who has been the president of the United States before, and over 1 million Americans lost their lives because of the misinformation and disinformation that he perpetuated during a pandemic. Kamala Harris is a career politician who has been a politician on multiple levels, whether we talk about the attorney general, we talk about the district attorney, attorney general, senator, vice president. Yes, she was thrown in 107 days. Yes, she didn't do interviews to start her actual campaign. Yes, she has a funny laugh. Yes, she is someone that can be aloof when answering questions. She did not answer direct questions all the time. But with all that being said, unless you can tell me something that I've missed about Kamala Harris, the common standards of good and evil, Donald Trump is not the lesser of 2 evils. It just does not equate.
That's why I look at the crowd.
So you're basing your vote on other people, not on the policies that you based your vote on the policy, and not the policies of the politicians, but you based your vote on the people that support the politician.
I based my vote on the perception that they put out there during their campaigns.
What perception did Donald Trump put out that actually grabbed you and said, this is someone that I would like to support?
Are you asking me, is They're one specific thing.
One, multiple. I mean, I just want to know what drew you to Donald Trump. What made you say that this person is someone that will be a leader for not only myself but Americans and will actually do anything good for America? Because it can't be anything that he actually said as far as policies, because he didn't lay out any policies as far as how he's going to get anything done. So I need to understand, what did he say
There's
that
the
engaged
flaw.
the fifis in your tum-tum?
There's the flaw. Okay. You just said that Trump didn't put anything out there about his policies.
Correct. Well, again, I said he didn't put anything out that supported the policies that he wanted. He didn't substantiate how he was going to do anything.
Okay. According to who?
According to facts.
Okay.
Tell me one thing.
Are
Tell me
facts,
one thing that he threw out, that he gave an actual plan on how he can complete the thing that he wanted to do.
Okay. Again, you just said about fifis in your tum-tum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the difference between being objective and subjective.
Okay.
Are the plans that were reported or put out or shown or anything, are they still plans?
For who? What are you talking about?
For Trump. You said that I couldn't have voted for Trump because he didn't have anything about policies.
So no, that's not what I'm saying. So I'm talking about he didn't have any plans to establish the thing that he wanted to say. So I'll be specific again. Donald Trump said that I'll stop. Donald Trump said that he wanted to end the war in Russia and Ukraine within 24 hours. Right? That's what he said.
Wouldn't anybody want to do that?
Sure. He said not that he wanted to. I apologize. I misquoted him. He said he will end the war in Russia and Ukraine within 24 hours, and did not give a substantial plan as far as how that would happen. He did say, "Oh, I'll pick up the phone and I'll make a deal." That's all he said. So with that being said, foreign policy is a thing. There are multiple ways that he could have gone about it. He could have said, I plan on actually sanctioning Russia, and I plan on instituting additional tariffs. I plan on working with NATO to continue to blockade Russia from, multiple trade routes or waterways. Or he could have laid out like real ways that he could force Russia into coming to the negotiating table without actually doing anything with the military. But he didn't say any of that. So again, people heard him say, I'm going to win. I'm going to end the war in Russia and Ukraine within 24 hours. And you guys just was like, yep, you sure are. And he gave you no facts about how he would get it done.
Okay. Can you give me, I don't recall, what did Harris say when she was asked about the war?
So Kamala Harris specifically talked about the ways that she wanted to end multiple wars. I honestly, right off the top of my head, can't remember how she said that she would address the Russia and Ukraine war. I know she did explain that Putin is a dictator and he is not someone to be trifled with. He's not someone to actually just engage with. We have to back our allies. She said we have to back Ukraine. We have to continue to support them, which is an actual way of going about it as well. So she said we'll continue to fund Ukraine and continue to support our allies and strengthen NATO until everything can end in Russia. But also, she never made the claim that she was going to end the war within 24 hours. Trump did. No one forced him to say that. He said that on his own.
I understand that. He had, okay, you just said that Trump didn't tell us about any policies, right?
I said Donald Trump didn't lay out any policies that he
or
had
plans
for.
Right.
Donald Trump threw out his ideas. Yes, Donald Trump has lots of ideas. Donald Trump has concepts of ideas all the time. Yes.
Plenty
of concepts.
Did Kamala say she was going to stop the war? Or Kamala.
You just asked that question, and I literally just told you.
Okay.
You handle that. I got a couple of things I need to read off real quick. Give me a second.
Hey,
W's in the chat for cousin Jesse, who sent a $2 super chat to say, this dude is babbling, Santana. He's throwing a bunch of vague concepts about Kamala supporters without giving any.
Let me call you back in a few minutes, okay?
He doesn't have anything, his Fifi's feelings about a woman being in leadership. I can spot that, Cousin Jesse. W's in the chat for Cousin Jesse. Thank you so much for that $2 donation. Also, guys, massive W's in the chat for Cody, who sent a $5 super chat to say, love listening to the streams. First time I could catch live, Santana. Good to you for holding it down against the MAGA cult. Have a great day, Cody. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day as well, and happy Friday. Massive W's in the chat for Karen. Karen sent a $50 euro. Freaking massive W's. Said, hey, Santana, thank you so much for being, thank you so much for your beautiful and protective words about people with autism on Parker's Live. You're an amazing, intelligent human being. Love from the Netherlands. Thank you so much. Yes. I think the fact that it's weird how this administration is trying to say, like, you know, autism is like a disease or whatever. Like the fact that people have autism, that does not define them as who they are. Yes, they may have autism, but they're people and they contribute to society as a whole. And they're, you know, there's so much to it. That's just like saying that, oh, you know, I have a disability, and you get categorized as someone that's just disabled, but you're a whole person. Or just saying like, oh, you're, you know, a minority, you get just categorized as just being a, you know, black or whatever, but you're much more than that. So that's what it boils down to me. Anyway, guys, if you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on the YouTube and you want to send a super chat, you can do so, and I will read that out. Last but not least, guys, this is the backup account. We're on the backup accounts. We're going to be doing more debates on the backup account. So make sure you hit that follow button if you want to see the debates. Hit that follow button. That's where we're going to be doing debates. All right, Ducifer, would you like to actually you know, substantiate anything you've said? Because I agree with Cousin Jesse. Like, you've thrown a lot of vague things around and there hasn't been anything substantiated. Can you be specific about anything? Ducifer, I'm going to send you up. There you go.
Okay. Specific about anything.
Sure.
That's like inflammatory, bro. It's specifically Friday, September 26th.
Okay. Are you going to be vague about answering the specific question?
You haven't asked me. You asked me how.
Sure. Donald Trump is wrecking the economy. Inflation is up again. The job market is bad. Jobs are being lost. Job numbers have come in worse than expected. Donald Trump's trying to put pressure on Jerome Powell to continue to cut interest rates, but it would actually crash the economy if he tried to do it at the rate that Trump wants, because Trump has negative policies that's affecting the economy. How are you still supporting someone today who not only has bad economic policies, but has a proven track record now of losing jobs for Americans and costing Americans money?
Because he's been held accountable to the legal system, just like anybody should be.
What does that have to do? Wait, what does that have to do with what I just said about the economy? That's
because everything that you're saying is going to change in a couple years. Jobs come, jobs go, interest rates go up and down. Okay, we're not talking about that.
No, we are talking about that.
No,
we're being
what you
very
asked
specific.
me.
No. Ducifer, we're being very specific right now, and we're talking about the economy. We're not talking about the legal system. We're not talking about in the future. We're talking about right now. The economy is crashing because of Donald Trump and the way that he's instituting separate policies and the things that he's doing. How can you support someone that has negatively impacted everyday American lives by harming the job market and then adding additional taxes on?
Well, because I voted for Biden, and look what happened to all my grocery prices.
So
that's
you don't
reality.
Have an answer. So you don't have an answer.
That's reality.
So you don't have an answer. Got it. If you don't have an answer, you can just, it's okay with saying you don't have an answer. You don't have to pontificate.
No, that's my answer.
That's not an answer, because you don't understand why did your groceries go up?
I blame it on whoever was president.
I know who you blame it on. But why did it go up?
That's the answer to the mysterious
question. I know why again, it's about your feelings. I mean, if you want to admit that you only know your feelings and you don't know any facts, then that's fine. But you haven't said anything that's based in facts. You've only talked about your feelings.
How do people vote?
I vote based off of facts.
Okay.
I
And
I vote
what-
based off of empirical evidence and information that I can substantiate. I also vote based off of harm reduction and things that could possibly be passed. I understand that politicians lie. I understand that politicians are often bought by big businesses, but I also understand that there's a line of demarcation when it comes to certain politicians and what can or cannot be done. So I don't vote based off of my feelings. I don't like my politicians. People love their politicians, and you should never love your politicians. You should love your family. You should love your, your hobbies. You should love a lot of things, but you shouldn't love your politicians. You could even like them. I don't like them. I hold them accountable because they're public servants. They work for us. They work for me. They work for you. And I don't care if they have an R by their name, a D by their name, or an I by their name. If they're not working for the public, then they need to go. That's what I vote on.
That's how you feel about it, right?
No, that's what I vote on. I vote on data, facts, and information, not my feelings.
Who do you read off the screen from?
What are you talking about? You
I
think
can
I'm
see-
reading off the screen right now?
Yeah, if you turn around and you show your desk, then I'll know I'm talking to you, not to somebody else. Because every time I bring something up, you have to go to the screen and you read it.
First and
I've
foremost,
seen you
if you ever,
fixate.
sure.
I've seen you
If you
fixate
ever,
on that
if
screen.
you, sure. I'm
You're-
looking at the camera in front of me, and
No,
but
you're
my
actually-
screen is here.
You have
My screen, sure, my screen is here. But if you've ever heard me, quote unquote, read something out, you know that it doesn't flow the same way when I start speaking. So
actually
listen,
you've passed over like
the weird
14 different fallacies. And you have a very, very well structured responses. The conversation
Yeah, because I
construction
can
here
comprehend,
is very
and
logical.
I know exactly. It's logic. It's not feelings. You have feelings. You're so used to being able to engage in your feelings. When
No.
someone actually speaks logic, it
That's
bothers
not
you.
it.
The
It's like
fact that
this.
I'm sitting here and actually engaging in facts and information and structure, it's not something that you're used to. And you immediately accuse me of reading off of a screen because I can actually speak with a coherent thought instead of just saying, well, the sky is blue and
Show
it
us
may
your-
be green
show us-
someday, but
show
right now
us.
it's blue and I feel like this and I feel like that. You can't substantiate anything.
Dude, this isn't you. I can tell.
Okay.
Show your
this
screen.
This is me reading off something. W's in the chat for Junior. Junior sent a $2 donation saying, for tell the guests to have a good day, a good day therapist for him. Yes, I do think that he needs therapy, Junior. Thank you so much for that $2 donation. Also, W's in the chat. Freaking massive W's in the
Didn't you
chat.
just say
for
you
Lisa.
feel?
For Lisa, who sent a
Yeah,
$11.99
get your money. I'm real good for business.
$11.99 super chat euro to say another Dutch here. Thank you for what you're doing. Got our own crazy white right-wing government here, and people like you all around the globe give me hope. And always free Palestine until it's backwards. You know what it is. W's in the chat for Lisa. Thank you so much for that donation. I really, really appreciate it, guys. W's in the chat for cousin Jesse as well, who sent a $2 donation saying, Santana, while listening to this person babble, his ignorance is starting to permeate throughout your live and affect everyone listening to his incoherent ramblings. We're getting less intelligent because of him. Cousin Jesse, I'm trying to fight back. W's in the chat for cousin Jesse. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in Linktree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything's accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. I think I've officially made it, chat. Not gonna hold you. I think I've officially made it. The other day I had someone come into a random live. I was on my main account and he accused me of buying my followers. Sure. And now we have Deucifer up here who's accusing me of reading off of a screen because he's getting dog walked so bad that he has no idea what to do. I think I made it. Mama, I made it. Deucifer, would you like to actually substantiate anything? Anything?
Okay. The election was held last year, right? We elected the nation. Okay.
We elected the nation?
The nation elected a president.
Okay, yes.
Okay. That's a fact, right?
That is a fact.
Okay.
What are you substantiating?
Okay. That whatever message that you had or that you presented, okay, couldn't even
Me
convince
specifically, or are you talking about the Democratic Party?
the Democratic Party,
Okay.
okay, which doesn't even have a leader right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lost. And you're asking, you couldn't even convince me of why I should agree with someone that was when, what, 101 days? Is that,
107.
yeah, is that even a fair election?
It's not.
Exactly.
Also, why would I try to convince you about your feelings? Like, you've already admitted that you vote on your feelings, and you can't convince someone to adjust their feelings. Like, I can present facts and give you actual information, but there's no way I can directly tap into your feelings and then change your feelings. I mean, like, that's a little bit of a weird statement. And for you to sit here and say that the message was off. No. Do you know why Kamala Harris lost the election? Or no, better yet, why do you think Kamala Harris lost the election?
Because she didn't get enough votes. And
technically, yes. Technically, you're absolutely right. But why didn't she get enough votes?
Well, that's subjective.
Yeah, sure. Why did she get? Sure. Yeah, sure.
You're asking
why did she
me
not
how
get
I
it? Yes. Go ahead and tell me why you think she didn't get enough votes.
You just told me that I shouldn't feel about things.
Sure.
But now you're asking me how I feel, why she didn't win.
This is fucking not mind numbing. Chad, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, this is mind numbing.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. What can I feel about and what can I feel about?
You go back and you find you a screen to read off of next time. Like, if I'm reading off a screen and you're getting dog walk this bad, then maybe you should go find a screen to read off of that'll help. I don't know. You're just not good at this. Anyway, guys, keep the lights going. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 125,000 likes. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter, guys. This is the backup account. We're going to be doing more debates on the backup account, so make sure you hit the follow button. Follow this account, but also follow the main account. This is the main. Make sure you're following both of them because you never know. Also, can we knock out these finger hearts, please? It's the little goal. I'm going to keep resetting the goals to like the smaller goals so we can get more push to get people in. Again, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. We are only looking to debate Trump supporters. We are only looking to debate Trump supporters. And if you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link here in the bio. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted. Anything's appreciated. Julius, are you a Trump supporter? Julius, are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, I did not mean to request up.
Okay, no worries. Hey, that guy was insufferable, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna drop you down. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Guys, again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. We are not looking to talk to friendlies. This is not late nights. This is Sparring with Santana, and we are only looking for some debates. It's weird. I don't see people when I look through here, but I can see them here. I don't know what that's about. Let's see here. Serial, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Hey, why are people saying no about letting you come up in the request?
I don't know.
Are you a bad person?
No.
Are you gonna slur? Oh, it's private accounts, Ari. Is that what it is? Got it. That makes sense. Oh, this is Ty. Fuck out of here, Ty.
My name's not Ty.
I remember that now. That's exactly what it is. It's Ty. I forgot that was Ty. That makes perfect sense, chat. Appreciate you. Not even gonna hold you. Appreciate you, chat. Appreciate you, guys. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. This is Sparring with Santana, and again, I have questions, MAGA, and it really doesn't seem like I'm going to get any of the questions answered because You guys lack the ability to do so. I don't know. W's in the chat for Lisa. I'm sorry for I think it's pronounced Dosoto 86, who sent a $5 super chat to say, "Hey Santana, the guest couldn't respond to your points. I fumped supporters. I guess it's F Trump. Fumped supporters are not able to answer direct questions and they pivot to deflect. I know that. They literally, that's all they have. That's all they have is the ability to pivot and deflect because they can't answer questions. They're never direct with their answers. Like, that's how they do it. W's in the chat for Osiris, who sent a $9.99 super chat to say, appreciate you much, Santana. Keep trying your hardest to teach the unwilling to learn. P.S. Love catching your live. And anytime I hear you on Parker's live as well, keep doing what you're doing. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that $9.99 super chat. I absolutely appreciate you so much. Guys, if anyone would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. You know what I've noticed, right? And it's a me thing. It's a me thing, right? Chat, it's a me thing because I've learned that I've gone into other people live, right? No lie. I was listening to a live yesterday and they were debating. And then I got up onto the live. And as soon as I got there, the Trump supporter ran. Literally ran. I ended up talking to a Trump supporter on, there was a really cool creator that I engaged with last night. And I told him to come through Sparring sometimes so, you know, he can debate with me. But I ended up hopping on and I talked to some guy and he was just like, stumped, gagged, like he had nothing. And it made me realize that Trump supporters are terrified of me. They're literally terrified of me. And I think it's because I don't let them pivot. I don't let them run. I don't let them actually just lie. They get mad when you don't let them lie because they don't have facts. They don't have information. And even with like the last guy where I let him speak about his feelings, he still couldn't do anything because his feelings weren't even enough. So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm the problem. I mean, there's 800 people right here now, right now, and I'm more than positive that not all 800 people agree with me. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. And even when, you know, what was even more funny? So I was on, let's see here. Eek Jane 22. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm sorry. I'm working, and I guess I hit that with my butt.
No worries. I appreciate you so much. Have a good day at work.
You too. Thanks.
I'm glad you found me. What was funny, right? I was on Erica's live yesterday and she stepped away. And so it turned into a bit of sparring. And before that, when she had people in the box and then I made myself the big screen and then I got one debate off and then the rest of them ran and they wouldn't come back up. But as soon as she got back and we switched back, and I was in the little box and she was in the big box and they saw a black woman, they immediately started requesting up again. When they didn't see me full screen and they saw someone else, they were willing to come up. But as soon as I had the big screen, they ran. Chad, am I too hard on Trump supporters? Am I too hard on them? And am I not coddling them enough? I feel like that's what it is. I feel like if I didn't dog walk them as much, maybe they would engage more. Maybe. I don't know if this person's gonna load or not. Still spinning. I don't think this person's going to load. Yeah, this person is going to load. Yeah. I think it's me. I think it's the fact that I don't, maybe I'm too hard on, and I've tried to stop yelling and screaming and calling them slap nuts and, you know, the B word and all this other stuff, and hoping that if I take a softer tone, that they'll be willing to engage more. And they're here, right? I mean, I see them in the chat. I see them on other people's lives, but they don't engage with me, and I think it's because they're terrified of me. I don't know why. I don't think I'm that scary. The goatness. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, friend. What can I call you? Like, what's your name, or a name you would prefer to go by?
I am Charlie.
Charlie. Okay, Charlie. Charlie, question for you.
What's up?
Where's the line?
I was hoping we could discuss that first topic you got there, misinformation medicine.
Sure, let's get into it. So the reason why I say that is because, you know, of course, Donald Trump is, like, we all know the whole Tylenol deal, right? But even more so, Donald Trump is directly perpetuating a medical misgiving, right? Blaming Tylenol being linked for autism. But it relates directly to a pattern of Donald Trump's, where he not only says things that he doesn't substantiate, but he also gives out bad medical advice that tend to lead to people losing their lives, right? In his first term, he told people that there was a possible way to get rid of the virus by hitting it with bleach. And also he spoke of ivermectin, which is a horse heart dewormer. Donald Trump flaunts
in certain doses.
No.
Yeah, in certain doses it can be used for that reason, but in much smaller doses, it's actually used in humans for a vast number of.
It wasn't something that would treat the
yes, it would have.
The
COVID.
Virus.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It was a very actually.
Sure. Can you point me to any type of medical research that substantiated that ivermectin was something that was effective in usage versus the virus?
I would have to go research it.
Okay, and maybe you shouldn't say it if you don't actually have anything that you can prove it with.
No, so I don't. Whenever I absorb a piece of information, I don't immediately right then document it in my brain every source that I've seen on every topic, because you can hit me with any topic you want to, and it could span a million different topics. I don't have a million different topics cited in my brain, so yes, I would have to go research it. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 1 second here.
So really, I wanted to address really the first.
Hold on a second.
First statement you made.
Sure. 1 second. Let's see. We're going to pull up the information related to. This is from the Mayo Clinic. Specifically, you know what the Mayo Clinic is? Sure. Okay. So the Mayo Clinic actually published this information related to multiple things, and it says ivermectin, hydrocortisone, and Quantipen, claims that ivermectin, hydrocortisone, and Quantipen can treat C19 are false. These medicines are still useful for treating other illnesses, but the only medicine approved or authorized by the FDA to treat C19 that are useful, but only medicines approved or authorized by the FDA to treat C19 are useful for that illness. So the Mayo Clinic specifically is saying that no, you don't want to use those, and they are not safe. And I have an article here from the National Library of Medicine that substantiates the same thing, that no, those they actually even did they did a systematic review and meta study analysis. So they actually did testing for those things as well, and concluded no, this is not a suitable treatment for the virus. So you have the Mayo Clinic, you have the National Institute of Health, both like credible sources saying no. So, I mean, I know we're going to move on to the Tylenol thing, but just to kind of get back to what you're saying, no, that was wrong. That's not something that you should be using for C19. And even more so, it goes to the point of Donald Trump actually perpetuating a lie, something that is not true.
I disagree. If you're going to cite a source like the NIH, I would probably cite a source that wasn't shown
I cited
to
the Mayo Clinic as well.
I understand.
You just said you knew the Mayo Clinic. I cited the Mayo Clinic and I cited
So
the
what's
NIH.
wrong? So what's wrong with the NIH?
What you tell me what's wrong with the NIH?
You cut me off and silenced me before I could even finish my statement.
I apologize. You're right. I did interrupt, but go ahead.
So the NIH, who funded a study for a lady named Hannah Olson Kennedy to spend $10 million finding out studies about gender affirming care for kids, but we're not going to get into that. No, we can't talk about trans. So we can move on to the
I don't literally the point that you made had nothing to do with that. Like the fact that
credibility is shit. But I'm not.
Well, you're for some reason your bigotry towards transgender people.
Okay, here comes the add-ons.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's move on.
The fact that you actually tried to discredit the NIH because you tried to discredit the NIH because one, they actually have information that you don't like, but two, they apparently did a study that you don't like. That does not invalidate them as an institution.
No. They did a study that I really liked, and I wish they would have. And I wish they would have published this. But again, the results.
I had two credible sources, and you have none. So
that's fine.
You can disagree, but your information isn't based on anything but the fifis in your tum tum.
Right, and my bigotry, right? Because I'm automatically
and your bigotry.
Sure. Right. Okay. Cool. Gotcha.
Sure.
There's that rhetoric. There's that rhetoric again that got me shot. But okay.
We'll move on to Tylenol. What does that have to do with anything?
We'll move on to Tylenol.
Sure.
Phil, that was weird, Phil.
I mean, I literally don't. I don't know what happens in your personal life, but that has nothing to do with me. W's in the chat for Crystal. Crystal sent a $5 donation saying, "This is 40. My 11-year-old son." White told me it was racist that a black kid called him a cracker. It feels so good to be able to educate him on why black people can't be racist. He totally understood. Thank you for what you do and the education you provide. Listen, also fun fact, cracker, not even a word that came up by that black people came up with. Literally white people came up with the term cracker. So yeah, W's in the chat for you. Thank you so much for that $5 donation, Crystal. And also W's in the chat for Cousin Jesse. Cousin Jesse sent a $2 donation saying, as if they're intimidated by an intelligent black man and thinking they're going to have an easier time with Erica. Like they don't know. We know that's not going to happen. Erica hands MAGA hot L's fresh out of the oven. Yes. Sometimes, not all the time. She's not.
Wow.
W's in the chat for Torrid, who sent a $2 super chat to say, arrow with a capital T, LOL. Much love, Santana. Santampa. I don't know what that means. Santampa. I don't know what that is. W's in the chat for Talon, who sent a $2 super chat to say, I love how you debate MAGA. Try devil's advocate. M8. I try. Sometimes I do that. Guys, W's in the chat for the donators. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything's accepted. Anything's appreciated. And you can also send a super chat over on the tube. Charlie, I know you wanted to keep going, but Erica specifically came up and she had something to say. So I'm going to give her the floor real quick, and then we can continue.
Whatever. I only have 10 minutes, so I'm hoping we can stick on topic and actually engage in a real debate.
Anyway, go ahead, Erica.
Okay, no, just to debunk, because he said that you didn't have any credible sources in regards to it, and then he doubled down on the fact that ivermectin does in fact treat C19, which is untrue. The American Medical Association, also known as AMA, along with the American Pharmacists Association and the American Society of Health System Pharmacists, released a joint statement in September of 2021, where they stated that we strongly oppose the ordering, prescribing, or dispensing of ivermectin to prevent or treat COVID-19 outside of a clinical trial. Also, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration did a little tongue-in-cheek tweet in August of 2021 where they said, "You are not a horse. You are not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it." All right, if you don't understand what that means, Philip, that means don't take ivermectin to treat COVID. Also, the CDC released a statement. The UCLA did a health study on it. Right?
Yep.
What else do you want? Who also did a study? What more do you want that you don't take ivermectin to treat C-19? You can take it as a human to treat parasitic infections like scabies.
Yep. Literally, I read off that it has treatments in other forms, but not for C-19.
I really don't
Exactly.
know why I was muted and why I can't respond, but I'd like to
You
respond.
can respond.
No,
That'd
I
be
don't
great.
know why you're muting. I'm eating my pistachios. Sure, the
I
floor is
wasn't.
yours.
I didn't mute myself. I was muted. That's all I'm saying. So,
Okay, sure.
so I love how you're citing a source from 2021 when the information that's come out since 2021 that fully debunks all the quote unquote.
Sure, can you
CDC.
cite that source?
I
that
wasn't
debunks
even
it?
fucking done, bro.
Yeah,
I'll
but
let
no,
you
you can't
finish.
just. We've literally
allow
given
you
you
to
multiple
finish.
sources. I don't want to hear you say that it's been debunked if you can't give us the source where it's
I was
debunked.
trying to move on to Tylenol. She's the one who's coming
Sure,
up here
but
trying to
don't make a
state some
claim
shit.
if you can't substantiate it. What's that source that debunks all the sources that we've given you?
Yes, please.
I would like to move on to Tylenol.
I would like for you to either
Okay,
say
told
that
you
you
I
don't
only have
have a
10
source.
minutes.
I
told you I
would
only have
like
10
for you to say
minutes.
you don't have a source, or just admit that you were wrong, or retract your
No,
statement, and
no,
then
no.
we can
I
move
won't do
on.
that. No, I'm
Also,
cool
the
on that.
UCLA health study is from 2025. So there's that.
Fantastic. Can we move on to
Okay,
Tylenol
all right.
once and
Sure,
for
go
all?
ahead. What do you want to say about Tylenol? Since you're
No, we
wrong
can't.
about ivermectin.
No?
Debbie's in the
Okay,
chat for
cool.
Mark. Mark sent a $5 donation saying, thank you so much, Santana, for all that you do. Mark, thank you so much. I absolutely, really, really appreciate you. You're wonderful. And Debbie's in the chat for the Tory Experience. What up, the Tory Experience, who sent a $2 super chat to say, caller can eat a ratchet peach. I'm going to say
Careful.
that. Yep. I'm going to say peach. I'm going to say peach. Debbie's in the chat for the donors.
Yeah, it's quite mature.
I'm just reading out the donors message. Like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
and I'm just
like,
talking shit about your donors. That's all.
well, you shouldn't talk trash about my donors. I don't know why you would do that. Like, they're wonderful people. The people that actually support, like, I care about them dearly, but they're awesome. And again, all I do is read out the message. I'm just a messenger. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and links are in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Sure. W's in the chat for cousin Jesse, who sent a $2 donation. Not the GOAT. You got too much dip on your chip. He does. You claim you came in hot for no reason. We get it. You're in your fifis about Charlie Kirk. Black people didn't do anything to him. It was another mediocre white man like yourself. W's in the chat for cousin Jesse for that donation. All right.
Also, shout
yours.
out to Miss Loretta for the $5. Miss Loretta said, "Good morning." Good morning, Miss Loretta. Thank you.
Floor is yours,
Go ahead,
Charlie.
Philip.
Why do you keep calling him Philip?
Because his name is Philip.
Oh, okay. So he was trying to do a thing, and that's why he said, "That's why you guys shot me." Got it.
Philip.
Go ahead, Charlie Philip.
Are you actually quite done? Cool, thanks. So, when you say, I mean, basically the allegation is that Trump is anti-science, right? Anything he says is opposite of the truth. Is that correct?
W's in the chat for Loretta. Loretta sent a $5 donation saying, "Good morning. Have a good beatdown. I'm having a lot of fun. I appreciate you so much. Thank you."
Is that correct?
Loretta. W's in the chat for Heidi, who sent a $5 donation saying, "F Philip, and may he have the day."
Is that an accurate statement or not?
Ooh, W's in the chat.
Is that an
W's in the
accurate
chat for
statement?
Jennifer. Jennifer sent, feisty. Thank you so much for that $25. Massive W's in the chat for feisty for that $25 donation. You're freaking awesome. Yes, Donald Trump is anti-science in multiple ways, whether it's medicine or, climate or like just being smart. The guy stared at a solar eclipse with no glasses.
So
I'm never letting you guys forget that.
Cool. So the dude's just stupid, and anything he says is actually the opposite of fact. All right, I got you.
I didn't say that.
What?
He is
Why not?
stupid, but I
You
didn't
said
say
he's
everything that he says
anti-science.
is the opposite of fact. He is stupid, but I'm not saying everything.
All
that
right,
he
what
says
facts
is
has he
opposite of
said?
facts.
What facts has he actually said?
I don't know. You tell me.
You're the one who just made the claim. You have to substantiate it, don't you?
I never said that everything that he says is against facts. You said that was your statement.
I
You
was
literally
making sure
just
that
put
we
both
have
of
an
those things
understanding.
out.
I was making sure that we've had an
I said that he's
understanding.
anti-science.
Correct. So if
Yes.
anything he says regarding science, the anti, which is the opposite, that's what that prefix means. When you say the anti, that means it's false. So what?
That's not true. That's
Isn't
not
it?
true.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's
So
not.
please
It's not.
educate me. Quote
What I'm
unquote,
saying is
educate me.
he's avert to science. He stands on the opposite position of science. He doesn't believe science. He doesn't trust in science. He thinks that he knows better than science. That's why I say he's anti-science, not that everything that he says is false. Like, I never made that. You're trying to equivocate to make
No,
some
that
point
was
that's
a
not there.
word salad to say the same
Sure.
thing. That was a difference
not.
without a
It's
Oh my
distinction.
literally
God.
not.
Yeah, it
You're
was.
not
It's
even
literally not.
arguing your point. You're just doing
It's
whatever
literally
this
not.
is.
I'm trying. I have to clarify your point, right?
Shout
I have
out
to
to
clarify your
Feisty.
stance.
Shout out to Feisty for the $10. I appreciate you so much, Feisty. I hope
I'm
you're
so
having a
happy
great
for you.
day.
That's beautiful.
Go ahead, Philip.
Awesome.
Like,
So
make your
the reason I'm trying to
claim.
clarify,
Gubby's in the chat from the
y'all's
hell who sent
position.
a $2 donation saying, hope you and Erica have an amazing day. I appreciate you so much. I think it's going to be a good day. I can already tell. Also,
raining
W's
here,
in the
so it's
chat
awesome.
for Virillion who sent a $2 super chat to say, this is a sentence just to hold Philip on the call. W's in the chat for you, Virillion. I appreciate you so much. W's in the chat for Jenna who sent a $4 super chat to say, pistachios papers. Call this dude rude AF like his president. Absolutely. And also, W's in the chat for Torrid, who sent a $5 super chat to say, hey, caller, do you F with the war?
Do you up with the war?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Anymore?
Sorry, floor is yours, Charlie Phil.
It's about time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to clarify y'all's stance first so I can make sure that I hold you down to it, because the fact of the matter is Tylenol themselves told you not to take
in the
this
chat
shit
for
back in
Allison. Allison sent a
2017.
$2 donation. Tell
Tylenol
this New Yorker white
themselves
man to
told
take his
women
meds.
to not
You
take
should
this shit
definitely
back in
do so. Thank you
2017.
so much, Allison.
So
W's in the
they're
chat for Allison
anti-science,
as
right?
well. A different Allison who sent a $5
So they're
donation saying
anti-science?
Dean blocked him for being a P3DO. That's weird. Holy smokes.
So they're
That's
anti-science?
not good.
So
W's
Tylenol
in
is
the chat for
anti-science, right?
Aliciana who sent a $5 super chat to say, I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. I can't put it down. That's a bad dad joke, but I'll take it. And also, W's in the chat for Grateful Buddy, who just became a member over on the tube.
So Tylenol is anti-science, right?
W's in the chat for Gucci, who sent a $5 donation just to piss him off. No, Tylenol is not anti-science. Can you please cite the source where you said that they came out?
Yeah, they posted
with
it
the
themselves
study
on Twitter in
Sure.
2017.
Okay.
I just searched for that. Where?
Yeah.
Go
exactly.
ahead.
I was just about
Search
to say, where can I find it?
Tylenol, Twitter, 2017. Don't take Tylenol for pregnant women. Search it yourself.
Okay.
And not only that,
Shout out to
not only that,
Angela
I have a
for the
second source for you.
$2.
Since y'all are all
Angela
about
said,
sources, I got a second one for you
Interruptathon, my
too.
favorite game. I love this game too, Angela. Shout out to you. Also, shout out to my girl Gucci for the 5. Gucci said he bit mad. Yes, he is. Super mad. Super duper mad. He's so mad.
Yep.
Also, shout out to Allison for the 4. Allison said Black women labor ain't free. I know that's right, babe. Thank you so much, Allison. I appreciate y'all. Keep them coming because this guy's
Yeah, I'm
the
just
keyword,
stupid, right?
and
Yeah,
it doesn't end with a
I'm just
Y.
stupid.
It's pathetic. That's the word. He's pathetic.
Right. Yeah, you're so
Go ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
Slay, Erica. You're so slaying right now.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
I don't know, some ratchet speak that I've heard in the past.
I'm sorry. I don't know what that is.
Parrot it.
What is ratchet speak? What are you talking about?
Beats me. So you're gonna actually,
okay, you're just
are
saying
you actually
words
gonna
that you don't know the
search
meaning
my
of?
source?
I think
Y'all
that
are
is
always begging for
odd.
sources, and I just gave it to you. So why don't you go find it?
It's
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah. So I actually found which is super awesome. Thank you for bringing that up. But even more so, like I was able to search that, and the New York Times actually put out an article where explaining that Tylenol put out clarification after the White House resurfaced a 2017 tweet on usage during pregnancy. And you can go look this up. Tylenol actually not only gave clarification, but said
You
that
mean the
the
most
tweet that
leftist
was
influenced rag out there?
Sure.
Hush.
Again,
Right?
they actually put out the
Biased
information
sources?
saying that
Y'all
not
have
only did
so much.
not only this is a statement from Tylenol. This is a statement from Tylenol. The information was incomplete and was incomplete and did not address the full guidance on safe use of Tylenol, which has not changed.
Great, I have a
Literally.
Great,
They're saying it's the safest pain
Great, I have a
reliever
second
option
source.
for. It's saying the safest pain reliever option for pregnant women as needed throughout their entire pregnancy. Literally. So Tylenol came out to clarify what a tweet that was taken out of context and to double down that their standards have not changed from 2017 to today. So there's that. Also, W's in the chat for Joe Wow or Joe W, who sent a $5 donation. Say a tweet isn't a study. Guesses not smart as Kirk. You're absolutely right. He's not good at this. He's not. W's in the chat for Brittany, who sent a $2 donation saying it's been over 10 minutes. Isn't he
Damn,
supposed to be
y'all
gone?
really need to dogpile that
Yes.
hard?
W's in the chat for Tori,
Didn't
who sent a
cook that
$2
hard?
donation saying source these raspberries. Appreciate you, Tori. W's in the chat for Patty, who sent a
It's
$10
embarrassing for
super chat to
y'all.
say pretty telling that this guy is more interested in Tylenol than everything that gets his president to everything except getting his president to release the Epstein files. He doesn't want to release the files. He has no interest in that. W's in the chat for Feisty, who sent us a $2 donation, say source yo mama. I know that's right. Guys, I appreciate you all so much.
Also, shout out to Angela for the $2. Angela said, "Do it again," so I'm doing it again. And also, cousin Jesse wants to change the topic, so he sent $2 and is asking, "What's your opinion on the multiverse theory? This troglodyte white man is very boring and pressed for no reason. His life sucks so much that he's crashing out on TikTok
Who said
to
I'm
make
white?
himself feel better."
Who said
I
I'm
believe
white?
in a multiverse theory. I believe it.
Bubba
W's in the chat
believes
for
in the
Joe
multiverse.
W, Joe Wow, Joe W, Joe Wow. I don't know. Who sent a $3 donation to say because this caller is beta. He is very beta. He's the soy boy. What up, Jeff?
Y'all can't do anything without ad homs, huh?
No, ad homs are fun.
Right.
You should try
I'm
some.
just a messenger.
What up, Erica? What up, Santana?
Hey,
Look,
Jeff.
Tylenol didn't just say it to the Times. They said it to the Hill. They said it to the
Yep.
Post.
Yep.
They said it to the Washington Post. They put it on MedPage today. They were like, yo, they taking it all out of context because we was replying to a specific comment that got deleted.
Yep.
So I thought we liked context and facts. Thought that was a thing. I was mistaken. My bad. But you say you had another source. I'm very curious.
I did, yeah.
Do you want to tell us that source?
No,
Quick.
I'm good, actually.
Before them donations come in and interrupt you. And
Yeah, no, that's why I said I'm good, actually. I mean, y'all are so embarrassed that you have to go dogpile and ad hom just to think you won. Just to think you won.
Hold on. Time out. Just to be clear, you made a claim, right? I'm not even here to debate you. Like, I just wanted to make a point about Tylenol. But you made a claim. There was a counterclaim. You said you had a second source, right? You are on a show that is getting a lot of donations, so that's fine. And now you don't want to show the source?
No, I can move on to the next topic and cook you on that one too. I can move on to the next topic and cook you on that one too.
Just to verify, you're conceding.
Hold on, just to be 100% clear, you know that if you don't show this counter source, like your first source got cooked.
Yep.
So
No,
if
they
you don't
didn't.
show a counter source, then you're just conceding.
Sure didn't actually, because
You're
I have the
self-proclaimed.
company themselves
Yeah.
give the same directive that Trump did. Meaning,
Hold
if you're
on,
saying
hold on,
Trump's
hold on, hold on,
anti-science,
hold on.
then you're saying Tylenol's
Time out,
anti-science.
time out.
Then you're saying
Hold
Tylenol's
on.
anti-science.
Hey, hold on a second. Stop crashing out. Like if you
Nobody's
need a safe
crashing out.
space, if you need a safe space, there are other places for that. Like I know Santana like a brother.
Listen,
this ain't a
pussy.
safe space. This ain't a safe space.
Listen, pussy, I'm
If
a
you're
real
gonna be a
man.
snowflake.
I'm a real man who
The
doesn't
song
need
says
to.
so.
If you're gonna be a snowflake, just calm down a second. Take a breath.
It's okay.
The tweet was a response to a separate comment. Unless you have the original comment, the company said it was taken out of context and they issued a correction that said it is safe for pregnant persons to use. So that is from the horse's mouth directly in several news sites, not just a social media place, several news places. They put their quote. So like if you find that their statement is false, you can actually sue them. But you're not going to do that because it's not false. So now that source got cooked, right? You were just telling people, hey, you brought up something from 2021 when the 2025 thing cooks you. Well, you brought up something from 2017 when the 2025 thing cooks you. So now that that's done, do you have the next source or is this a concession?
I think he's running because he's teacupping right now. So there's that.
Bro, if you're running, it's the door with the exit sign above it. Only 2 of the letters are lit up because y'all defund everything.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch none of that. Can y'all repeat that?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
repeat it. That's not a problem.
Yeah, all of it.
You had mentioned
back from the
before.
beginning.
That's fine. That's fine. I understand
Back
that.
from the beginning.
Look.
Don't miss any words. Don't miss any of it.
That's fine. That's fine. You won't know if I'm missing any words because you didn't hear it the first time.
No, I did. I did. I just didn't
Oh,
hear
you
it. So I
did?
need
Okay,
you
so then I don't need
you
to
remind
repeat it.
me.
I don't need to repeat it then.
Did he just cook
Yeah,
himself
I
by
do.
saying that
Yes.
he didn't
It
hear
sounds-
it, and then he was like,
Yeah.
"I did hear it."
Mhm.
Holy you are not
That's
good
right.
at this, Phil Kurt.
That's right. I need you to repeat yourself.
W's in
Go
the
ahead.
chat for JW, Joe W, who sent
ahead,
a
I'll
$2
wait.
donation to say, guess is cooking, guest cooks from a little Teaker's grill. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna hold you. Also, W's in the chat for
A little tykes.
Huh?
It's little tykes. They just spelled it wrong. Little tykes. Remember little tykes, the little like play places and stuff? It's a
No,
toy
I
for
don't.
kids.
Oh no.
Think Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like little
okay.
play
Did
kitchens.
he run?
Yeah, he ran.
Oh, you're such a coward. He's such a coward. W's in the chat for Ventura, who sent a $1.99 super chat to say this guy is not Skibbity. L. Charlie Kirk cosplayer. Exactly. W's in the chat for Hates, who sent Hate Stairs. Hate Stairs. Who sent a $10 super chat to say Phil don't know about Pangea. He really doesn't. Also, W's in the chat for Sunflower, who sent a $1.99 super chat to say, I thought he had 10 minutes. Well, I guess it's past that. Listen, that has to be why he took off running. 10 minutes were up. 10 minutes were up. Guys, thank you all. For anyone else who'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. Guys, this is the backup account. We're going to be doing more debates on the backup account. So if you look up at the top and you see the word follow, that means that you're not following this account. Hit that follow button. Follow this account and also follow the main. Follow Jeff, follow Erica. Make sure we're taking care of both of them as well. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. Erica, Jeff, what are you guys doing? You guys staying? You going? What are we doing?
I'm gonna drop because they're like deer. They get scared. Like they get to the little lagoon and when they hear a twig snap, pew, they gone. But keep it up. This is funny as hell. Every single
you're always welcome.
I don't know if you noticed this, but every single op that you had in the box has crashed the ever loving fuck out. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's so bad. Yeah. But I'll catch you on the flip.
All right, I appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Have a great day, Jeff.
You too.
So, I have two. Cousin Jesse sent two and said, why did Philip call himself a real man? But he sounded like Pinocchio when he said, I'm a real boy in the anime. And also Angela sent $2 for what may be my favorite comment. And I might get a magic trick because of it. But Angela said, they spelled Lil Tights correct and Santana can't read.
I guess, but they didn't. This definitely doesn't say tights.
What did it say?
Tights.
It does say tights. I know it. You can't read.
It does say tights. I just looked at it again.
You know what was funny when you were
but W's in the chat for Joe Wow, whoever. He sent a dollar. It said homeschool is for red state. I can't spell, sorry. Yeah, no, it's all good. Like it was supposed to be tights. I mean, we get there. I've just never heard of it before, and so yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the boxing gloves. What are you doing?
You definitely heard of Lil Tykes. I don't know.
I really haven't. I don't know what that is. W's in the chat for Torin, who sent a $2 super chat to say raspberry is a fart sound from your mouth.
I'm really trying to tell you something. When the dude said that you were reading off of a screen, someone in the comments was like, well, you've never heard Santana read a donation.
I said that too. I literally said that.
It was hilarious.
I literally said that. Derek, are you a Trump supporter?
Hell no. I just want to chime in on your list up there.
Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. This is Sparring with Santana. We are looking for some debates. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things. Keep tapping the screen, share the live, hit that follow button. This is the backup account, and I'm going to be doing more debates on the backup account. So please give this account a follow. I love
also, you did ask what I'm doing. I'm listening to the rain because it's finally raining in the desert.
I wasn't saying, what are you doing? It's like, are you staying or you going, dude? What are we talking about? I'm about to care nothing about no rain.
Oh, I thought you were asking what I was doing. My bad. I'm sorry. You got to be like more Pacific, like the ocean.
Bro, you about to get dropped.
I know.
W's in the chat for Noah, who sent a $1 donation saying, the ratchet talk comment took me out. He was very Jim Crow in the face, so I was expecting it. Listen, we already knew he was going to be a racist, or as Liv would say, a mouth frothing racist.
Yeah.
Like, we knew that, so
like a
that
latte.
didn't surprise me. Yep. That did
Shout
not
out
surprise
to
me.
shout out to Liam for the $3. Liam said, good. This is good, Liam, by the way. Good, Liam. He says, does Santana need help getting something off the top shelf today?
Not today. I'm still waiting on my top shelf Uncle Nearest. I tell you that.
It's because you're short.
I hear you. You can't shame me with short jokes if I'm, like, it doesn't bother me because I'm not short. So I know I've debated this for what's your name?
J-Raz.
Oh, J-Raz. Yeah.
Hey, J-Raz.
Hey, hold on. Before we get started, seriously, J-Raz, can we actually have a conversation without you crashing out, or what are we doing?
Me crashing out?
Serious question. I'm not even joking. If not, then I'll just go ahead and drop you. Like, I don't want to go back and forth with like
No,
the
no.
nonsense.
I mean, I never crash out. So
okay.
We could have
Erica, you had a question for him.
Oh yeah, I was gonna actually ask the same. Like, J-Raz, can we have an actual, debate, or if you want to call it a conversation, have a conversation where everyone is able to state their claim and we go back and forth, but we don't have to overtalk each other and we stick to the points, okay?
perfect. That means when I'm talking, nobody interrupts, right? Just
Yeah,
like
but can you not monologue?
So
yeah.
you get to pick the.
Let me just say this real quick, seriously. Colleen, thank you for the $2.50. I said my dog passed away last night and I'm absolutely devastated. Thank you for bringing some distraction to my day of grief. I love what you do. Colleen, I'm really sorry to hear about your dog. I haven't had a dog in a long time, but I understand like how people get so attached. It becomes a part of their family. And I know that has to be devastating, especially when, you put so much time, energy, and effort and love into, your pets. And so, hopefully, yes, I am able to give you a little bit of a distraction, and hopefully you can find some way to, get through your weekend and not be as bad as it could possibly be. But I'm really sorry that you lost your dog, but thank you for the donation. And I'm happy that you're here at the very least.
Same. And it's Kaylin. It's Kaylin because she sent me the message also. And I'm definitely sorry for your.
I say Kylie.
Kylie, yeah, it's Kaylin.
I was thinking about someone I used to work with.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just want to say that while you will go on, that they will always be with you. So cherish those memories with your babes. And I will tell you that I still have trouble listening to I Do Cherish You by 98 Degrees because it reminds me of Tigger T Tiger. We'll talk about that later.
Doggy heaven. God bless that dog.
Yes.
All right. J-Raz, question for you. Where's the line?
The line between what? What are you
the
talking
line
about?
for Trump supporters, because it seems like there is no actual line, and you guys seem to be willing to accept just about anything, whether we talk about misinformation medicine, political attacks, foreign fumbles, and even the constitutional crisis that we're going through. When are you going to say enough is enough?
Right. So the whole Tylenol thing, you could absorb that if you want or not. You could take his advice. If not, I wouldn't take it because he's not a medical doctor. So
I agree with you. That's
my
actually a really good point. Like, and it's not that, yes, I mean, he's had misgivings in the past, but like, I think that you said it perfectly. Like, people should seek advice from their medical doctors, not from, just about anybody. But we agree on that point.
I mean, whoever seeks medical consultation from a president, I don't care if it's Trump or whoever, is ignorant, honestly.
Okay.
Right. So you want to talk about foreign affairs or?
Sure. Would you like to talk about what happened when he went in front of the UN?
So we all have to come to an agreement, and I think if you really want to say the truth, United Nations is total shit. It's trash. It's never done anything to any country, especially America. United Nations has one of the worst, basically responsive corporations in the world. They don't do anything. They're there for nothing. They just get money and that's it. So United Nations is by itself is trash. So I mean, you have to come to an agreement with me with that.
No, I push back. And I'm not pushing back completely in the sense of saying like there's some amazing force that is, there for a bunch of good or whatever. But I will say that having an established place where not only are multiple countries able to coalesce and try to do things that would better the global or the globe, just period. But having that ability to get a united front on a lot of different issues is super important. So while I do think that it's lacking in a lot of different areas, I wouldn't say they're trash. I mean, I think they've been substantial for a lot of progression throughout the years or throughout the history of its being. So not completely disagreeing, but I can't go all the way.
So United Nations basic point to existence is to de-escalate situations, right? And to respond fast in those de-escalations. Those are their two main things, right? They don't de-escalate. They've never had. Okay, they don't prevent wars. And their response time on these situations is lacking by a lot. So therefore, United Nations does not work for anyone. They don't honestly, I think it's been trashed for the past 25 years in the United Nations. They haven't done anything for them to deserve any credibility from any country.
Yeah, so I'll completely disagree. I mean, we can look at some of the accomplishments that they've had throughout the time that they have been around, including the in 1948, where they actually set the standard of human rights, which is super important. Them codifying international law, which is law that everyone should, in order to have a global or some sense of peace throughout the globe, should be following international law. It also lets you know when people are engaging in like war crimes and other things along those lines. They're a peacekeeping organization. Like that's the whole piece. The point of the UN is to find ways to continue to process peace. But also the biggest point that they champion themselves on is the human rights. Now we can talk about the human rights violations and the different genocides that are occurring all around the world. But overall, I would say that they've been a plus when it comes to human rights versus what it would be if we did not have them in place.
Yeah, so
that still pulls away from like the whole point. The point being, when you could talk about the UN, but I want to talk about Donald Trump and his actual presence on the world stage, because he went to the UN and not only did he complain about the stairs and the escalator, he lied in a lot of different instances, saying that he stopped all these wars, and everyone keeps talking about he needs a Nobel Peace Prize, and he got complete pushback from other world leaders on his lies, and it actually showed that outside of his bubble, he's a weak leader, and that's the point.
Okay, all right. So what do you think about Sharia law?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? You have to, because all these Europe countries are actually aligning by it. Yes, they are. So
name
do you know
the
what
European
Sharia law
countries
is?
that, yes, I do. Name the European countries that actually align with
Well, let
Sharia
me give you an example. So let's talk about Pakistan, right?
That's not a
Pakistan
European
was
country.
originally India. Do you know
That's
why?
not a European country. You said European
Hold
countries.
on, but I'm giving you a good example.
Okay, I'll give you the
so Pakistan was originally India. So what happened? So World War I, before Gaddafi or whatever his name was, came. There's a bunch of Muslims going to India, right? They separate themselves from Christians, from India, and all these situations. Therefore, India had to separate themselves and give that land, which is called Pakistan now, to the Muslims. Okay, if you actually put Sharia law into these Europe countries, like for instance, Spain, Portugal, Lisbon, all these countries, if you integrate Sharia law, they're going to take over and separate countries.
Yeah, if
That's what's going to
we'd all
happen.
be drunk though, but that's not what is
But
happening.
can you deny that?
But you just made up some type of hypothetical like
It's not a
situation in your head.
hypothetical. It happened in India.
It's absolutely a hypothetical situation.
What-
This is not something that's
hypotheticals
happening
don't
in Europe.
exist, though,
You literally
though,
just
Santana.
said, but you literally just said that the European countries are engaging in Sharia law, which is not true.
Well, it
but
happened
that
in
still
India.
has nothing to do with the way that Donald Trump displayed himself and our country on a global stage. That's what I want to talk about.
Well, he's talking about
Donald Trump
Sharia
and the
law.
way that
He's talking about that. That's the main point. Sharia
he
law.
wasn't.
Yes, of course.
Donald Trump was talking about. Donald Trump told he told massive lies.
Are we talking
him
about
being able to
escalators,
end.
bro?
Sure, we can talk about
Let's
that.
not
but,
talk
like,
about
he-
escalators. Talk about what's
I'm
the
not.
real
I'm not
deal.
talking about escalators. I'm talking about him lying on a global stage and being someone who other world leaders don't respect. Because not only is he a liar, he lies to their face, and then he also, like, I don't. The one thing that I will say that's good that came out of him being at the UN, and I feel like the other world leaders pressured him into this, and I don't know if it'll hold up, but was the fact that he actually pivoted on his stance with Ukraine. He now supports Ukraine 100% and says that Ukraine should keep going in their fight against Russia. That's
Well, you
the
know
only
why?
positive thing that I think
You
came
know
out of it.
why? Because Russia wants to attack Israel right now. That's why. You know why. There's no answer to everything. The main point on this is the Sharia law wants to be pushed into European countries, just like it was pushed
So
to India.
let me say this
That's
as
the
a
whole
disclaimer.
conversation,
Sure,
Santana.
let me say this as a disclaimer. FYI, that is not something that I'm saying. There's no substantial information that Russia is trying to attack Israel.
They said it.
I am not quote. Who said it? Did Russia say it?
Russia actually is stating that if
When?
Israel doesn't stop this situation with Gaza, they would contribute and they would get intact with that situation.
Yeah, there's multiple countries that have said that they're recognizing
Okay, including
Palestine
Russia.
as a state, but Russia didn't say anything about them attacking Israel. That's
So
not
did
true.
Russia recognize this country as a state?
No, I don't think Russia was one of the countries that recognized Palestine as a state.
Well, they're getting involved in that, and they're going against,
Other countries are getting involved in that as well, but that doesn't substantiate you saying that Russia is trying to attack Israel. That was just a wild claim.
No, it's not. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen, and I think that's why Trump.
Based off of what?
Yeah.
It's all about Sharia law, guys. That's the whole basis on this. You guys know it.
That doesn't have any basis right now.
What do you mean? It's the whole conversation, guys.
It's your.
When did you learn that word, Sharia law?
What do you? It's.
Is that
do you know
something
what
you
that
just
is?
learned? Yeah. Is
No,
it
of
something that you
course
just
not.
learned
That's
about?
been existing. That's been existing since forever.
No,
So,
I'm
do
not
you know
saying
what
how
it
long
is?
it's been existing. I'm saying, did you just learn about it? Like, is this something new that you're talking
No,
about?
of
'Cause you
course
just
not.
learned about
Of
it.
course not. Sharia law has been in existence. I probably got into Sharia law. I had a friend that got into Sharia law, and he explained it to me.
Okay, what did he explain?
He was. I didn't agree with him at all. I think.
Sure, but what did he explain?
So
What's
the
Sharia
government.
law?
So in Sharia law, the government actually imposes a lot of things I don't like. Right. So like with women rights. Right. If you steal a man's car, you get unalived. If you do crime, you get unalived. If a woman is not with her man in public, you get unalived. All right. These are extremist views, guys. And I don't know why you guys are actually separating yourselves from this conversation. It's the main thing. That's why United Nations is there. That's why this whole thing is there, because of Sharia law.
It's not true.
And they're worried that
That's
you're
literally not true. Again, that's why you keep saying this, but I feel like you just learned about Sharia law and now you want to speak on it. So just to be specific,
that's your assumption.
Just to be,
you can make assumptions if you like.
And just to be specific, as far as how it's defined by the Council of Foreign Relations.
Well, okay. I mean, communism is defined by the book, but it works totally
You're
different.
not gonna
in real life.
pivot. Stay right here, J-Raz.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. So Sharia law is guidance for personal religious practice of Muslims worldwide.
Correct.
Yeah. It's an
Yeah,
idea.
I mean, do you know their
It's an
views?
idea
You know?
from the divine guidance of Muslims follow to live. It's live a righteous life. Human interpretation of Sharia, or no, I'm gonna mess this up. FIQ, FIQH, are based on Islamic laws today. So yeah, and even
Yeah,
more
I mean,
so,
if you look into
the
it,
meaning of it is the correct path. Like that's the meaning of Sharia law. And looking a little bit deeper, it's a religious framework with Islam's derived from the Quran and the Shuna and Hadith. I'm sorry, I know I'm like messing those up. It provides moral, ethical, and legal guidance for Muslims on how to live, covering areas from spiritual conduct and worship.
Muslims.
Yeah, it's
Right.
providing moral, ethical, and legal guidance for Muslims on how to live, covering areas from spiritual conduct and worship to social relations, family law, business, and crime. While
May I
some
say something?
interpretations of Sharia law are controversial, it can encompass universal principles like the prevention of life, intellect, lineage, and property, with a particular application varies significantly across different countries and individual Muslim countries. So for the way that you're trying to define it, no. The way you're trying to define it, no.
What do you mean?
It's a way of life, a guidance of life, the quote unquote correct path based off of their religion and applied to modern law today. Erica, you were about to say something.
I think you just addressed it. Sharia law, Sharia does not mean Muslim. It does not mean
It does.
Islam.
It does.
No, it does not.
It represents a Muslim state.
J-Raz, please let Erica
It represents a Muslim state, Erica.
And this is exactly
please let Erica speak.
what I was talking about.
Go ahead, talk.
We had an agreement earlier, J-Raz.
Go ahead. It's just I'm not spewing lies. Go ahead, talk. Go ahead.
As I was saying, Sharia law does not equate to Islam. All right? It does not. Is it a practice that they can take on? Yes. Do they all take on it? No. Some implement Sharia law in its strictest forms, places like Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Sudan. All right. But then we have other places like Turkey, Algeria, and Afghanistan. And I want to focus on Turkey and Algeria to be exact.
And once you finish focusing on that, I don't want to focus on it anymore because I would much rather talk about Trump than talk about Sharia law. Hold on, let Erica finish. I interrupted Erica. J-Raz, let Erica finish.
Actually, I don't even want to finish this. And the reason why I don't want to finish is because it got him so far away from the point. He told a lie.
Wow, bro. Come on, guys. Let's be
Lied
genuine,
and said
man.
that Russia was going to
attack
Israel,
Gaza, which still does not have any,
and that's not
still
true.
does not have anything to do with Donald Trump being shunned on the global stage because he is an inept leader, which that's what I want to talk about.
That's your
I'm going to read
opinion.
these two off. I'm going to read these
That's
two off,
an
and then I want to
opinion.
get back to Trump. W's in the chat for Grateful Buddy, who sent a $4.20 super chat to say, let's get elevated. Listen, don't tell me what a good time. W's in the chat for Chad, who sent a $5 super chat to say, does the caller believe there should be a separation between church and state? J-Raz, you want to answer that?
All right, so I'll answer that right now. So Erica, Sharia law is
that's not answering the super chat. The super chat said, do you believe there should be a
I'll answer
separation
that
between
right
church
now,
and
but I
state?
have my right to answer something else as well. So Sharia law is the
We don't
divine
want to
law
talk about
of
Sharia
Muslims.
law anymore,
Do you
J-Raz.
understand that? Because you guys are getting checkmated.
Sharia law has
You don't want
nothing
to
to do
talk
with
about it
Donald
because you're
Trump
afraid
at
of
the
it.
UN.
So what was
J-Raz.
the answer? What was the question? What was the question?
They just want to know, do you believe in a separation between church and state?
I'm 50-50 on that. I'll tell you why. So 65% of America is Christian and 13% is Catholic.
Where are you getting that? Where are you getting
Let
that
me
information
finish,
from?
bro. Come on.
Wait, hold on.
Santana.
I'm just saying, where are you getting that numbers from?
It's stats, just like you get your stats.
Right, from where? I want to look at it. That's why I asked, where'd you get it from?
The government. That's
where?
it.
Tell me where. I'm trying to pull it up because I want to look at it while
you
you're
could
speaking
look it
about
up
it.
anywhere. It's going to give you the same
Where?
stats. Wherever you like, just look it up in Google.
Where did you look it up?
I looked it up. Looked it up a long time
Where
ago.
did you look at it? Sure, where? Tell me
All
where
right,
and
but
I'll
let
go
me
there.
give my statement first, and I'll tell you.
How about
Not
you
to
give
let
me
me
your
talk.
source so we can read, so the class can read
So
along?
let me put my statement first, and then I'll tell
Or
you.
you can just not use numbers that you don't have any proof of.
Wow. Okay, so let me put my statement, and then I'll clarify it. So
No.
65% of America is Christian. 13% is Catholic. Catholic is a Christian. That makes up 78% of this nation being Christian. Therefore, we have Christian values in this nation. If God is the king of the world, God should be king of the United States of America. Simple and plain. That's what I think about that.
So looking at the breakdown as far as religions across the U.S., Pew Research, that's all you have to say. Pew Research, that's how you do it. You
Yeah,
said,
just look at
you
it.
said how much? You said 73%?
So Christianity was at 70 something, but it went down the past, let's say 5-10 years to 63.
Okay.
Christianity alone.
And then you said, what else is the 13%?
And 13% is Catholic, and Catholic is a Christian by law.
He's reading it wrong.
You can't deny that.
You're wrong.
A Catholic
So,
is a
hold
Christian.
Hold
and
on.
you
No,
can't
you're
deny
wrong
that.
in the sense of what you're saying. So I will give you credit.
How am I
Yes,
wrong?
it says,
Debunk it and bring me numbers.
Sir,
you have to
stop
stop
over
talking and I
talking.
can tell you. So
You guys are disingenuous.
You don't even know what I'm about to say because you can't stop talking.
All right, but you can't deny what I said.
I can, because you won't stop talking and let me tell you why I said that. I said I will give you credit. 62%, and this is from Pew Research. 62% of the country identifies as Christian.
Correct.
As a part of that 62%, they do count Catholic. So Catholics
No, they don't count Catholic. You're wrong.
I'm
You're
literally
wrong
looking at the Pew Research right
You're
now.
wrong completely. You're
No,
wrong
you
completely.
are. I'm literally looking
No,
at the Pew
they
Research
separate
right now.
percentages of Christians and Catholics. All right,
No, they
Catholics
do
is
not.
40%. Protestants are 40%. Catholics are 19%, and other Christians is 3%.
What is 13%? What is Catholic?
I just read it off. Did you hear what I said?
Come on, bro. You're telling me that they put Christians into
J-Res.
Catholicism?
Hold on. Give me a second.
J-Res.
Give me a second. Chat. This is the way the Christian breakdown is listed at 62%. 40% is Protestant, 19% is Catholic, and 3% is identified as other Christians. 40 plus 19 plus 3
I'm gonna look
is
it up myself.
62. Yes, you should. It's literally 62. 29% of adults are religiously unaffiliated, and 7% are other, which include Jewish, Muslim, Buddhist, and Hindu. So there's that. I'm sorry, E, you were about to say something.
I would think that he could just look at it as like one of those I can't remember, with like a flow chart almost. I don't know. I can't remember what they're called because he's irritating. Christianity is the label, all right, and then like Catholicism would be a subset of it. Just like Protestant encompasses all of the things, like not a pie chart, would encompass all of the things like Lutheran, Methodist, Episcopalian, so Presbyterian. Those would be Protestants.
No, they're
All
still
right,
Christians.
they're just a
So,
subset of
They're still
Christianity.
Christians, though. They're still
They
Christians.
are exactly.
what
We're
she
saying the
said.
same thing.
So
Like,
okay,
are
so
you
there's
just
no point of
naturally a
talking about that.
contrarian that you don't actually listen to understand? You only listen to respond. Stop
Yeah,
being
so
contrarian.
let me clarify what I
We're
said.
saying the
So,
same thing.
okay, Eric, I understand. So a
Jesus.
Christian cannot be a Catholic. A Catholic can be a Christian. You guys know that, right?
The hell?
You guys know this, right? A Christian
No, that
cannot
means
be a
no.
Catholic. Are you guys denying
Catholics
this?
are all
Because you guys are
Christians,
gonna
but
There we
not
go,
all
yourself here.
Christians are
decontaminations.
Catholic.
All
What you said is not
Catholics are
true.
Christians. Not all Christians are Catholic.
That's what I just said, but that's not what you
Okay,
said.
therefore, how can you actually tell me that you could tie up all Christians and add Catholic people on them on that percentage?
Because a Catholic is a form of Christianity.
But a Christian's not a form of a Catholic.
Who?
What?
No.
No,
A Christian
silly
is
pants.
not a Catholic.
J-Raz, please.
Are
say
you guys
something.
this dumb?
J-Raz.
Yes.
J-Raz.
No,
Yes.
dude. A
my
Catholic
God.
is a Christian.
Wait,
I
so
hate
a
you.
Christian
Catholic
is not a Catholic.
So hold on. You understand?
Wow, bro, this is simple, dog.
Wait. Okay, let me try something different. J-Raz, you know what football is, right?
Dude, you're telling me that a Christian is a Catholic.
Focus right here.
No,
Do
you guys need to
football
focus on religion because you guys don't know anything about it.
J-Raz, do you know what football is?
It's a sport.
Okay, perfect. Do you know how many quarters are in a game?
How is that relevant to religion?
I need you to follow me with this
How is that
simple thought
relevant
process.
to religion?
Do you
Your
know how
hypotheticals
many
cannot
quarters?
combine with religion.
Do you know how many quarters make up a game of football?
It's 4 quarters. It doesn't
Perfect.
matter.
Perfect.
It's a stupid hypothetical.
Perfect. So,
and you're wasting your time on it.
It's 4 quarters to make one football game.
Okay.
Each quarter is a part of a football game.
Oh
it's
my God.
All tied in. So just
how is that hypothetical?
So just if you stop talking for 2 seconds and try to listen, like you're not getting any of this because you're not trying to comprehend any of it because for some reason you think that J-Rez, just stop talking for a half a second. So just like the 4 quarters make up one football game, these different religions make up Christianity. And each religion, they're Christians. So a Protestant, a Catholic, non-denominational, like they're all Christians. A Southern Baptist, they're all Christians. So in order to be a Catholic, you have to be a Christian, but you don't have to be a Catholic.
Do you know that being a Catholic is just by itself a branch? You know that, right? By itself, it's a branch.
That's what we said.
So every Catholic is a Christian, right? So you're telling me that every Christian is a Catholic? Like, let's say a Lutheran.
No one said that.
Okay, then you are basically.
But you said Catholics aren't Christians.
I never said that. I said Catholics are all Christians. Christians are not Catholics. That's what I said.
Christians are Catholics.
Wow, bro.
Not all Christians are Catholics, but Christians are.
I'm sorry, bro. You guys are disingenuous.
The word you're missing is all.
You guys are losing this conversation.
The word that you're missing is all. No one is saying all. No one's saying all.
Then why are you mixing the two?
You are.
I am. When did I state that all Christians are Catholics?
I'm being gaslighted. I don't like it.
No, it's because you guys can't comprehend religion.
No,
you guys can't comprehend religion.
So silly.
That's it.
Hold on.
All Catholic. Okay, let's do it simple.
Hold on for a
Catholics
second.
are all Christians. Christians are not all Catholics.
J-Rez, hold on for a second.
That's the difference.
J-Rez, give me a second. Give me a second. Dang it. Hold on. Wait. Trying to get him up here too. W's in the chat for Torrid, who sent a $5 super chat to say Protestants don't recognize Catholics. Catholics don't recognize Baptists, and Baptists don't recognize each other at the liquor store. W's in the chat for Torrid. And W's in the chat for the Tory Experience, who sent a $5 super chat to say religious fools like
Christians. I never said
religious fools like this religious fools like this man are too emotional. There's evidence of why they're historically violent cults. Yeah, like religion. The premise of religion is absolutely disgusting because religion is used to oppress so many different people. So yeah, like they use it as a sword instead of a shield.
Right. He's an atheist, probably. Yeah. I can refer myself to an atheist. They wouldn't understand it.
Sure. Well, hold on, because I got something for you. Because I have an atheist here, and I also have a Christian here. So I have 2 other people that I want you to talk to. We got Chris and we got Jeff, and so you can talk to them for a second, J-Rez.
I'll make it quick, then I gotta pass off to Jeff. But like the whole concept of like, for example, a lot of the Western values that we have, like democracy, voting, and things like that, that's not derived from like the religion of Christianity. There is this person back in like the BC era, Democritus, right, that went through the Greeks, and then the Romans adopted it, and then during the scientific revolution, they took the teachings of Democritus, and then that's where we get the concept of democracy from. But that's something that's been way before, Christianity came around. The Western values that we quote unquote enjoy, for better or for worse, or a byproduct of bringing back these old teachings like Democritus and like the Roman Empire. So yeah, like voting, democracy, republic, that's all like Roman and Greek. That's all Roman and Greek concepts. That's not, so the Western values were not a result of Christianity. People like Democritus back in the day, that the founding fathers were like even referencing from the writings of Mr. John Locke.
Yeah, they wanted to separate state from religion. That's it. That's your point.
Oh, well, the concept.
That's your whole point.
Yeah, but the concept
Okay,
the concept of a democracy is not a Christian value. So I don't know why you're saying it's literally from Democritus, right? We're talking about like ancient Bronze Age, Roman Empire, Greek. That's not a Christian value. In fact,
right, Chris. I understand what you're saying, but
okay,
my
then you
point
can't
is,
say you're bringing in Christian values.
No. It has nothing to do with Christian values. What my statement was.
I'm not done.
I
yet.
let you talk, Chris. Hold on a second. So
Well, I
my
wasn't done yet.
statement
I gotta
was.
land my plane. So,
Okay, go ahead.
Like, with that being said, absent of Christianity ever making it to North America, if it never did, we would still have democracy, freedom of speech, and all this other stuff because of people like Democritus, the Roman Empire, and the scientific revolution. Like, that still would have happened regardless.
Yeah, but that steps away from the conversation. My conversation was that all Catholic is Christian, not all Christian is Catholic. That is my point.
I'm trying to figure out so we have separation of church and state, and I'm trying to figure out why that matters. Like, that doesn't
they asked me a question. It matters because they asked me a question, and my answer is.
I'm going to pass it to Jeff because you're just worried about stuff that's not going to impact people's lives.
Right.
Jeff, go ahead, bro.
They asked me the question. I answered it.
That's all right. Go ahead, Jeff.
So what does that tell us, that not all Christians are Catholics? Like, what are we trying to show?
I mean, there's Lutheran.
No, but what does that matter to like any of the topics in the background? Like what?
I mean, so they asked me if I believed in separation from state and religion. Mm-hmm. And I said 50-50. I said I'm iffy about it. And then I said that this nation is basically the world is based on 38% Christians. United States alone is 63%. And you could add Catholics to that, which is another 13%. That makes up 70-something% of this country being Catholic.
That was where you messed up. So no, this country is 62% Christian. Of that 62%, 13% of that 62%
is Catholic.
So it's not an additional 13%.
Exactly. Yes, it is, because not all Christians are Catholic.
Oh my God. But
not all Christians are Catholic.
Hold on. So this is just a math confusion. Okay. If somebody marks Catholic, if I say what's your religion, and somebody says I'm a Roman Catholic, can I also count them as a Christian?
Yes.
Okay, so they would be part of the 62% as well, right?
Yeah, but not all Christians relate.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So
there's different types of Christianity.
I get it. Right? I understand.
Okay, so your point is irrelevant.
So you wouldn't say that they are also an additional 13%.
No, because
already.
Not
I don't
all,
know why you're. Look, I don't know. I don't know why you're talking while I'm talking. I have no idea.
Be genuine, bro.
It's math. This isn't an opinion.
It's
this
not
is just
math, dude.
Okay, hold on. I go up to a person and I say, what's your religion? And they say, I'm Catholic. Which bucket do I place them in?
You could say Christian. So let's do the other. So let's do the other.
Great. So they are. Hold on. I don't care about the other people. Right now. I don't care about the other. I'm not doing 7 things at once. Stop talking. No tiene vergüenza. Take a breath.
I can talk.
So if they are already counted as a Christian, then they are part of the chart that is already counted as Christian. For you to say there's an additional 13, be incorrect.
You're wrong. So can I debunk that and talk now? Or did you land your plane already?
Do it with math.
Okay, so let's do this question. Are all Christians Catholic? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, there you go. But all Catholics are Christian. So that's why you separate the two.
You don't
No!
separate.
Because not all Christians
Hold
are
on,
Catholic.
hold on. Time out. Let me show
You
you.
just
Let me show you why
debunked
you're
yourself.
wrong. Let me show you why you're wrong.
You just debunked yourself.
Hold on. I'm going to show you why you're wrong.
This is
Why you
easy.
I want you to stop talking so I can show you why you're wrong.
You just debunked yourself.
I
bro.
want you to shut the fuck up so I can show you why you're
stop,
wrong.
Stop, J-Rez, stop.
We can do duck season, rabbit season later. Are all Baptists Christians?
Nope.
Did you just say no? I'm
What you
ask
say?
that
If all
question again.
Baptists are Christians?
Are all
Yes, of course.
Baptists? Okay, great. Are all Christians Baptists?
Nope.
So why don't you separate out that percent?
Well, because they don't recognize that as not being Christian. That's why.
What do you mean?
They don't recognize that as not being Christian just because I'm baptism. They don't.
Neither do the Catholics.
They
say
don't.
They're Christian.
Bro, you're getting debunked completely.
Listen,
bro.
dummy. Do the
You know you
Catholics
are.
say they're Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Do the
Can
Baptists
all
say they're
Christians
Christian?
say they're Catholic?
Stop talking and listen to what I'm
Wow,
saying.
he doesn't answer questions. I
I
do.
did. I answered that question already.
Okay, so
you're repeating yourself.
Jeff.
So you said no,
Hold
right?
on, Jeff. That's okay. J-Rez, go to where you got the information because you cited the Pew Research study. I gave you credit. You originally said it was 63%. It's 62%. Go to the Pew Research and tell me how they said they came up with that 62%.
So I asked Jeff.
No. I don't want you to keep running in circles. I want you to go to your source that you cited that I'm giving you credit for. I'm saying that you're right with your source. I want you to go to your source and I want you to look at that 62%.
Okay,
and I want you to tell me how they make up that 62%.
Can we just put it on the screen?
I would have to move my phone in order to do it, but yeah, I was going to do that.
No, I got you. It's right here.
Hold on. Yep.
You see that?
Hold on. There we go. Oh, hold on.
Super easy. So
J-Raz, come back.
What is this funny word here?
No, come back.
Yeah, I'm right here.
What funny word is this one right here?
It's Catholic, but all Christians are not
Hold on,
Catholic.
Stop.
So that number is misinterpreted.
How is it? So it says 62%.
Not all Christians are Catholic, bro.
Stop talking.
Not all Christians are
This is
Catholic.
the part. This is the part where you
Okay,
stop
Jeff.
talking. This is this part right here. Out of this 62%, are all Christians Protestant?
Yeah, you could say that.
All Christians are Protestant.
You're stating if it says it on
Are
that
all
chart,
Christians
it's that they are.
Protestant?
No, what your argument is
All
if they're in that
Christians-
chart,
I'm just going
they're
to
all
keep asking
Christian.
the question until you
That's
answer.
your argument, right?
No, you said I didn't answer questions.
No,
This is
no,
crazy.
your argument
Are
is that
all
you're trying to
Christians
put on me.
Protestant?
Let me finish.
Are all, no,
I'll answer that
my
question
no,
right
no,
now.
no,
Answer
no,
the
no, no,
question
no,
directly,
I'll
Repeat
answer
after me,
that
please.
question right
Answer
now.
my fucking question. Are all Christians Protestant?
J-Rez, answer the
Are
question
all Christians
directly.
Catholic?
Answer my
Are
question.
all Christians Catholic?
No,
J-Rez,
answer my
J-Rez,
question now. Are
stop.
all Christians
How is that
Protestant?
irrelevant?
J-Rez, stop and
How
answer
is
the
that
question.
irrelevant?
Stop
Are
and
all
answer the
Christians
question.
Protestant? I'm just going to keep asking the question.
No, that's fine. Jeff,
Keep muting
give me
me.
the question. Yeah, I'm muting you. Jeff,
All
give
right,
me the question.
Santana, are all Christians Protestant?
No.
All right. Are all Christians, say, LDS?
No.
Are all the Christians JWs?
No.
But all of these make up what the 62% is, right?
Correct.
All right.
It shouldn't be there.
It doesn't matter what you think. It
Okay.
doesn't matter what you
Are
think.
all-
This
This is
is
just
how the
math.
religions are categorized.
This
So
is
just because you think that they should get two,
Can you stop
it
muting
doesn't
me?
matter. No.
I'm gonna leave
No, because well, you know what, J-Rez? Sorry, fuck off. Yes, fuck off. Like, what are we even doing? Like, just because you think that they should get more than one share does not mean they should get more than one share. They should not be counted twice. It doesn't matter that you think they should be counted twice. It doesn't work. Math doesn't work that way.
Do you know where Catholics are counted twice?
Hell.
In the touching of
Yeah.
They get counted twice there. And how much SA insurance they have to have.
Jeez,
The fact that there's a whole company, like a separate company that just does church insurance. It's called Church Mutual. Look it up. Just
You're
one
lying.
company.
Is that a real thing, Jeff?
I'm dead ass.
Holy smokes.
There's a whole company that they insure over 100,000 churches, and they're like, and some of the churches, like if you look at their website and you look at their bylaws, they say, hey, if there's an accusation, call the insurance company first. And then the lawyer, and then the police.
Holy smokes. That's wild. That was painful. That was overwhelmingly painful.
But just out of curiosity, what point was he trying to make?
I have no idea. I was literally talking about Donald Trump at the UN, and then he went to the UN doesn't do anything. They're instituting Sharia law. He said Sharia law is in Europe. He said the European countries are involved in the Sharia law, and then he said that it was a whole thing. And I was like, let's get back on track. And someone sent a donation to say like, hey, do you believe in separation of church and state? And then he said that he thinks that God should be king of America because 79, or he said some crazy statistic basically saying most of the country is Christian. And I'm like, wait, where are you getting these numbers from? I want to see it. And he's like, look it up. And then I looked it up, and of course it didn't add up to what he was saying. And then we got stuck on math.
That's crazy. So, I mean, God is the king of the United States. Like if you read the Bible, all this stuff he says is happening. The not caring about the lives of children, the raping of women, like all the stuff that it says in the Bible that's going to happen is exactly the thing that his followers are doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then looking at you like you crazy.
It was math. It was, we weren't even debating on like whether, it should or should not be, or anything. It was just math.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking, if Jimmy has 2 apples, like that's all we were doing.
Choo choo do 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 go Power Rangers. Yeah.
Debbie's in the chat for Lori. Lori sent a $2 donation. Say this guy needs to shut up and listen. It would have served him well. Debbie's in the chat for cousin Jesse, who said, cue my dad voice. Listen, me and cousin Jesse be locked in. Damn it, Jay, I'm disappointed in you. Looks like I have to pay for another data statistics class for you on your addendum at your local community college. You need a refresher ASAP. I don't know what was happening. Debbie's in the chat for Chad, who sent a $5 super chat to say guest doesn't want us to expose him for wanting Christian Sharia here. He wanted something. Debbie's in the chat for Virillion, who sent a $5 super chat to say Protestant broke off from Catholics in the 16th century. I didn't know that. Debbie's in the chat for
the Anglican Church.
You said what?
The Anglican Church, King Henry. It's a whole thing. Remember, he wanted to divorce his wives, so he created the Anglican Church. No one can pronounce it. Maybe Jeff can.
Oh,
it's a whole thing.
No, I didn't.
Said it right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you said it right. Anglican.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, he wanted to divorce his wives.
W's in the chat for Anglinator, who sent a $10 Canadian to say for a MAGA pint after this call. Mega pint. Holy smokes. Mega. I am mixing mega and MAGA. Mega pint. Yes, please. W's in the chat for Virillion, who sent a $5 super chat to say perfect example why Trump is trying to separate education from the government and put in Christianity. Exactly. W's in the chat for Daniel, who sent a $1.99 super chat to say that's ableist, friend. I cannot read that out. We shouldn't be saying that, but thank you for the donation. W's in the chat for Jacqueline, who sent a $9.99 super chat to say You need to start using that quote from Billy Madison. Look up the whole thing, please. What you just said is one of the most insane, idiotic things I've ever heard in my life. At no point in your rambling. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up then.
Here, I'm gonna do, in case he's still here, I'm gonna do a little remedial class. So this says 10 fruit.
Hold on,
Out of the 10 fruits.
Hold on, Jeff. Hold on, Jeff.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
got you.
J-Rez, sit tight.
I'll mute up. Go ahead.
All right. So this thing says 10 fruit. We have 10 fruits. Out of the 10 fruits, we have 3 bananas, 2 oranges, 2 apples, and 3 pineapples. Now, not all the fruits are apples, but 2 of them are, right? So when we go and count, we don't say we have 12 fruit and we take the apples out. We say we have 10 fruit. Some of them are bananas. Some of them are oranges. Some of them are apples. Some of them are pineapples. You see, all of these are fruit. Every single one of these is fruit.
Right. So
Don't
why are
say
you
we have 13 fruit. So look, are all the fruit bananas?
Right. That hypothetical doesn't mix up with
Are
religion.
all the fruit bananas?
That hypothetical.
It's not a hypothetical, friend.
You're doing a hypothetical.
It's not a hypothetical.
And
This is
you're
not a
actually using
hypothetical.
fruits.
What the word you're looking for?
You're using fruits.
The word you're
to
looking
make your
for.
example on religion.
Hold on. Let's correct our terminology first. The word you're looking for is analogy. It's not a hypothetical. It is an analogy.
It's a hypothetical.
In this particular case, if I was to say,
it's a hypothetical when you mix it with religion.
no, a hypothetical would be an if.
When
then.
you mix it with religion,
This is not, okay. So now I'm going to say
Talking
we
about
have,
fruit, not religion.
So,
Fruit.
Well,
hold
he's
on.
trying
Here's
to
why
put
it's
his
an analogy.
points. He's trying to make his point on religion, making fruits.
Ya tú sabes.
his
Cálmate.
conversation.
Now I'm going to say we have 10 Christians. I'm going to change this word to Christians. You see that? 10 Christians. Right? Can 3 of the Christians be Catholic?
Of course.
Okay, great. Cool. Can 3 of them be Baptist?
Of course.
All right, so 2 of them are Baptist.
Okay.
Cool. Can 2 of them be Lutheran?
Yeah.
So those are Christians too. Great.
Right.
And then 2 of them are JWs. Right?
Yeah.
How many Christians are there?
The multiple Baptist Catholic. I don't know what you put there because that's not factual. Because
So Catholics are not Christian.
Hold on, but let me ask you the question: are all Christians Catholic?
No, but how many?
Okay, then.
Now,
So
hold
why
on,
are you
on.
making? Why are
I
you
love
putting
how I asked you a question.
Then why are you
didn't
putting
answer.
Catholic there?
How many Catholics are there in here?
What's your name, Jeff?
Yes.
I just asked you the question.
You didn't answer my question.
Try it again.
Okay.
Try it again, Jeff.
Yeah,
Well, we have.
you
Hold
just
on.
answered the
Stop.
question.
Try it
and
again,
listen.
Jeff.
All right. We have 3 Catholics.
trying to
Are
impose his
Catholics
view.
Christians? Hey, Remedial, are Catholics Christian?
Of course, all of them are.
Okay, cool.
Jeff, we
So
don't
we have
wanna say
three
that either.
three
That's,
total
that's an
Catholics,
ableist
3
term.
people who have rosaries and genuflect in front of Mary and all of that.
Oh my God.
2 Baptists, are they Christians?
Yep.
All right, great, awesome. I love that. 2 Lutherans, are they Christians?
I answered you that already. I'm gonna
All right,
answer it
great.
twice.
So now the last one is JWs, and you said yes. So now the last question, the one that you didn't answer, is when we see all the 4 of these, how many Christians are there?
Catholic doesn't involve that.
I don't care about that. How many Christians
why
are
do you
there
have
on
it
this
up there,
list?
though? Why do you have it up
So
there?
Catholics are not Christians.
All Christians are not Catholic.
I didn't say that. Are Catholics Christians?
All Christians are not Catholic.
All Christians are not
Christians
Baptists.
are Catholic.
Hold
Not
on.
all Christians are Catholic.
Not all Christians are Baptists. I'm asking how many Christians are on this list.
You could say 3.
So only 3? Which 3?
I mean, when you stated that not all Christians are Catholic, that makes it believe that not all Christians are Catholic.
Correct.
So therefore,
but are these 3 people? Are these 3 people Christians?
all Catholics are
I'm
Christians.
gonna ask the question
not
again.
all Christians
Look,
are Catholic.
Hold on.
It.
Are these 3 people Christians?
A Baptist, a Lutheran.
I'm just gonna ask the
that's
question again. The Catholics right here, these 3 Catholics, are they Christian?
Not all of them.
So the Catholics are not Christians.
Catholics are all Christians.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the question again. Are these 3 Catholics Christian?
Are all Christians Catholic?
I'm going to ask the question one more time. Are these three Catholics Christian?
If you're a Catholic, you're a Christian.
So I'm just going to ask the question again. It looks like we're just dodging the question now.
You
Are these
dodged
three
mine.
Catholics? Are these three Catholics Christian? I'm going to start counting the dodges now. Are these three Catholics Christian?
There's no dodging. All Catholics are Christians.
Are these three Catholics
I just
Christian?
answered your question.
No. I don't care about all. I'm
Catholics
talking
are
about these three.
Christians.
Okay, so now we have three Christians in the group.
All Catholics are Christians.
Great,
That's
great.
your
So,
answer.
so when we say these three Catholics are Christian and we're doing a count, we have three Christians. Great. Are these two Christians?
They have nothing to do with my conversation.
Are these two Baptist Christians?
Baptists are Christians.
Okay, so
Lutherans
now we
are
have five Christians.
Not all
So if we're
Christians are
counting these
Catholic.
two groups,
That's my point.
if we're counting these two groups, we have five Christians altogether, right?
Right.
Okay, great. So now we add the two Lutherans. Do we have seven Christians now?
We're talking about Catholic. We're not talking about everything else.
Oh, hold on. We're talking about
I
the
don't know why
chart
you're
that we were
bringing up
looking at.
Lutheran and Baptist.
We're talking about the chart that you were looking at, right? We're talking about this chart right here. This chart.
No.
Right? And I've made an
talking about that
analogy.
62% Christian. I never
Yeah.
said any
So
Catholic.
out of these 62%, these are Christians.
Uh-huh.
These are Christians.
Uh-huh.
These are Christians. These are Christians.
Okay,
These are Christians.
so let me ask
These
you
are
a
Christians.
question, Jeff.
These are
I agree
Christians.
with you. I
These are
agree with you.
Christians.
Perfect.
Not this is not any one of these groups, but this is all of these together. That's not an opinion, friend. That's just
Okay,
counting.
that's a stat. Okay, I agree with you. So now,
Okay, so
let me
now
put
we're
to
done.
my point, Jeff. So let me put my point out. So if all Christians are not Catholic, why are they put under the Catholic phrase on Christians?
Say it again?
Heart is torn in pieces.
Yeah, Erica's getting sentimental
It's
now.
my offering.
The reason that the Catholics
So
are put
Jeff,
under
my
the-
question, if you could answer it,
Mhm.
why is it that not all Christians are Catholic, and why do they put that chart mixed up with Christians?
Because
Hold on.
Catholicism
Go ahead and answer the question.
is a sub-branch of Christianity. This is just crazy now.
But if all Christians, so if Christians are not all Catholic,
No,
Christians
fuck
are
no,
not
you're
all.
gonna say
Listen,
that
I'm
again.
going to ask you the same.
No,
Hold on.
he's gone.
Okay.
No, he's gone.
Yeah.
Fuck that. He's not gonna say that same thing again. He
Like
keeps
you could
saying the
ask
same
him
thing again.
the same question with Protestants. Like if not all Christians are Protestants, what the fuck are they doing here then? That's a bigger number. He just doesn't know math.
Put it in a picture book. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, put it in a picture book. I don't know. You tried, Jeff. You tried.
Yeah,
You gave
we
it
broke it
picture
down.
and all. Like, what to tell you?
We broke it down into a
Why
third
would
grade
we
word
let you
problem.
back up?
There's no way.
Never.
I don't know.
You think we're gonna let you back up here?
That was broken down into a third grade word problem. And my man said, I don't want to pass third grade. What do I want to do that for?
Are you smarter than a third grader, J. Raz? The answer is no. No. You're not smarter than a third grader. Because if Johnny had 4 apples,
Fucking 4 apples.
he does.
W's in the
Take me to
chat
the
for
king.
Joe, who sent a $2 donation, saying J-Rat's description of Sharia sounds just like Christian conservatives. No women's rights, hate LGBTQ, murder criminals. Also, Fox News host talking about it. Exactly. Like I absolutely, that's exactly how it sounds. W's in the chat for Allison, who sent a $3 donation. For the sake of our brain cells, can we please kick them? Yes. Like fucking head hurts. W's in the chat for Starch Manning, who sent a $5 super chat to say Stephen Miller, Pee Wee German. Yes, he is. W's in the chat for Clumsily, who sent a $2 super chat. W's in the chat for Ghost of Kugan, who sent a $2 super chat to say just because an alcoholic, I just became an alcoholic listening to this guy. I don't blame you. And also W's in the chat for Clumsily, who sent another $1 super chat. Yeah.
If I may. Shout out to Addie. Hey, Addie. for the $5. Addie said, "You're putting in work today. Black women's labor ain't free." That is very true. Thank you for recognizing that.
Why
I
is he backing
appreciate
the
you, Addie.
request? Why is he backing the request like he can get
Because
that?
he's stupid. Also, shout out to my cousin Jesse. Just want to let everyone know that Jesse was my cousin first. I just want to let everyone know that. Shout out to cousin Jesse for the $2. Cousin Jesse said, "This clown is insufferable." Yes, he is. He wants to be right so bad. We know that in his everyday life, no one takes him seriously. He pivoted the conversation away from Trump. Yes, he did, Jesse. You and I are on the same page. I tried to get him back to it, but
Yep.
here we are.
Yeah. W's in the chat from Mr. Cupcakes, who sent a $2 donation saying all green apples are apples, but not all apples are green. That's what we kept trying to tell him.
That
We
would
literally kept trying to tell him that.
That would confuse him because he would say that, well, aren't apples green, all apples green at some point? Think about it.
Chat, not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. That drained me. If you see the word follow up here, you're not following this account. This is the backup account. I'm going to be doing more debates on the backup account. So make sure you follow the backup account, hit that follow button, turn on notifications so you know when I go live on the backup. Also, follow the main account as well. Because apparently I bought followers on the main account. That's what I was told. Apparently I bought followers and I'm also reading off the screen. So it's wild. Guys, I'm cooked. Not going to hold you. Not going to hold you. I'm cooked. So we're calling it. Jeff, Erica, thank you both for coming up. I appreciate you.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bro.
Oh my God, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go raid Kiana. And I'm gonna go get some shits and giggles or shiggles, as I say, over on Kiana's panel. Excuse me. Let's go raid Kiana. I am pinning her username here. Let me make sure I got it right. All right. Let's go raid Kiana. This is it. We're going to go raid Kiana. Santana raid. Let's get over there. Let's go.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts like lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone.
Chat, not even gonna hold you. That was deflating as shit. Because, like, what the hell was that? I'm gonna go drink. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna go drink. Because what the fuck? Anyway. Santana raid over at Kiana's. You guys can catch me running through these TikTok streets later. I'm out of here. It was a long one. Holy smokes. I have never been so despondent. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for all the gifts, the likes, the taps, the shares. Thank you all for being amazing. You all are fucking amazing. I love you all. And as always,